Okay, Venge, let me know if you can hear me. My sound, I think, has been fixed. So just let me know if you can hear me. This is the right time. Uh, there's one platform that's going to be very, very slow. And please just bear with me. If it's too slow, just come and join the other platforms because I'm trying to shoot from 3 different places right now. There's one that's actually quite slow and I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. So I'll just wait for people to hop online while I do this. Just let me know and confirm if you can hear me, please. For those who are on the advocate page, just let me know if you can hear me. Okay. Yes, thank you, Matavi. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So yeah, that was a glitch. I'm so glad I came at 5 o'clock because I actually thought it was 6 o'clock for some reason. Somebody rang me and I actually rushed around thinking I'm late for the show. I was late for the show. All right, I think those who are watching from this one here, I'm gonna close this one. We're just gonna have to forget about the Bachelorette group. I'm sorry, guys. I had to cut that video off. It seems like we're not getting anywhere with one of the. Okay, I'll just wait for people to join me now. Mukundinzwa. Hey, blessing Deithi. Good to see you. My general. So good to see you guys. So good to see you. So good to see you. Nai, hanzi inyaya yeivanhu hamuverenge macaption here. This is the Bachelorette. Tauya pano neshow inonzi Bachelorette. Tiri kutoitira pano. Antika. Saka tichajairirana. Hanzi inyaya yei. Munoda nyaya chete muchingotituka nevhudzi redu panapa. You know what, guys? Takamirira zvedu kuti vanhu vauye. I think we need to stop this thing, mazimbo. Ekungotuka vanhu onditukira vhudzi rangu unoziva kuti maybe handina mari. Onditukirei nevhudzi rangu. Maybe handina mari. Maybe hatina hairdressers. We actually don't have enough hairdressers in New Zealand. Can you believe that? So muchangotuka vanhu panapa muchititukira zvimwe zvinhu zvokuti kana kuti papa pomwe the reason ndakaisa weave maybe ndiri kuenda through some therapy inopedza vhudzi makungotuka vanhu. You know, you need to think, mazimbos. Sometimes munongotuka vanhu nezvinhu zvisina nebasa rese. So yeah, panapa nasi tine mabachelorettes panapa nasi. I love you too, Blessing. I love you so much. Yes. Yeah. Kuti zvongotukana panapo taimgesi unonzi mvenge yakavhurirwa kuti mutoshowa kuti anogona kutuka vamwe ndiani. Andabasana zveni. Aiwa Bridget tivhireipo apo. I love you too, Bridget. Seriously. Kuita sei I don't know how to fix my hair. Uya undigadzire. Rumbidzai, I love you too. Sakubona definitely of unjani. Hanzi hatisi kunzwa. Ndiyena siri kunzwa futi. I thought people said they could hear me. Asiri kunzwa chuna maningirikini ma devices ako from that end and try to hear me. And try kunzwa nana panapa, guys. Let me just share this. So I've got people joining me from the new group, Rinonzi Bachelorettes and Bachelors. I've actually pinned that group in Ndaritega on this video, that group, and it's amazing. It's trending, man. Like, we want real authentic people to come and join us when we're open. You're willing to let go of your passwords. We are sezvauri group iroro rinonzi Bachelors, Bachelorettes and Bachelors. Unoya sezvauri whether wakavunika mumoyo, whether you're going through renovations like me, whether you are broken, whether you're coming from a broken family. Hanza atido kudiwa yezo. Tototadza kudiwa nekuti hanzi because our past is full of dramas. No, totoda kutodiwa ndozvatoda kutotaurirana ipapa kuti vanhu idiwai, pfimbanai zvakadaro, tichitaurirana, share your stories, heal together. And vanhu vopfimbana. Muri kurara ipapa, vamwe vari kurara pamacouch, mouya muchitituka panapa isusu masingles toda kuzviitira zvinhu zvedu. You see? So I'm gonna be on the lead for all the singles kuti hatinzwaro muchatijairira. So this actually is for the Bachelorettes and the Bachelors. Vamwe venyu muri kutorwadziwa, ndiri kurwadziwa. indinorwadziwa wangu ndichiuya pamalive ndichikuudza kuti ndiri kurwadziwa. Vanoda kunzwa kurwadziwa kwangu munondijoina muchindiona panapa. Ndiri kurwadziwa vasingade you know. And vamwe munopedzera shungu pakutuka man. Hey, hi Messi, good to see you. Hey Lindsay Hammond, good to see you. Let me see kunoku kwa kamera say blessing, I see you. So many, my love. I just love you guys. You know what? There's something, when I was running yesterday, you know what? There's something that I actually got. Kuti, when a legend falls, you don't insult them. You don't start throwing stones and stabbing them. When a legend falls, you support them. You go there. I call myself a legend because nobody. Tell me, is there any Zimbabwean woman at all that you know of who has ever run over, let's see, 100-kilometer race? I've done that. So I'm a legend. And I don't really, I'm going to blow my own whistle on this one. Because the person who registered these races, I actually find out kuti I'm the only one who's doing these crazy things. So come on guys, you can hate me, you can throw my angry faces and everything, but you know what, there's things that I can do that most of you can't do, and your kind of hatred is the one you're out with it. I teaching gonna quit as on a KC. So but you can ask me how I do it, and then to tanga quit say, you know, yes, tag your friends where I'm on. But this is about the bachelors and bachelorettes. Bachelors nasi. Is the show gonna continue? Inini ndruguti vanu ngavafimbane. Inini pano with my broken family and all the dramas. Anondidanga uyendakadaro. Makamaona madrama yekumba kwedu kune mpengo. Indinotopengawo zvangu, but anondidandakada indiani. That's why I'm here. Bachelorette continues, whether people like it or not. Pane vamwe vachato benefit vachatowana arume ipapa pane vakadzi. Kutoti Ketina, thank you so much. Ndatowana murume wangu pana. But having said that, people have to acknowledge if they've got issues. You need to acknowledge what in the problems. So tohila tese chikurukura nyaya dzedu, and the group that I started last night, tinoda vanhu vari real and authentic. And if you're married and you want to join that group, please make sure that you're not coming to judge us, you're not coming there to bash us, because we've had enough from the past. We've had enough torture, we've had enough torment from the past. Now all we want is love. Kana musingatinde siyana inesu antika nasi ndikuona love your attitude. You too, Matavi, you know, you were the first person to say you can hear me. I love you so much. Actually, I need to find you after the show. You're amazing. I can't see your face, but I think you're beautiful. Whether you're a man or a woman, you're beautiful. Yes, I am a legend. I'm legendary. So right now I'm actually training for 165 kilometers. So I'm going to took as venue, but Ndiana no maya 165 kilometers. Ndiana. Ketina can do that. Your first Zimbabwean woman to run over 100 kilometers. Moya mchindi tuka banapo chitichi. When a legend falls, when a legend falls, you support them. You tell them, get up, legend. Come on, you can do this, Ketina. But when you took out kushata mazi weave mazichi. Imika imikwanai. Aiya. Afuta ndiverenge zvimakomenti zvekutuka ini. Vanzi mamvengerenzi mune mbiri yekutuka vanhu stereki mimi. Zvishane kunana KC zvakadaro izvi. Problems are there, guys. Everyone has got their own struggles, and I believe that on a serious note, each person has got something that they're going through right now. Most of you are frustrated because maybe as you all can see behind me right here, because that's my little baby right there. That can't happen forever. I'm 38 and I can't have another 38 years. So come on, guys. All the bachelorettes out there and the bachelors out there, golf. Of course, I know my fellow bachelors. I'm going to golf usiku wese panapa. Kana wakasato kumbira opa next door. Sakatrikuti ngavaye vachagevavo vega. Asingade kundiona kuteerera mamvengerenzi majaira stereki bloka KC kuti watusaone maposts angu nemalives angu panapa. Indruto zoya panapa kusvikira zvanaka. Antika. So anyway, guys, it's been 10 minutes into the video. And on a serious note, thank you all so much. And this is the day that the Lord has made. I always have to acknowledge that every day is the day that the Lord has made. Let us all rejoice and be glad in it, because without the Lord, we wouldn't be here. Without him giving us another chance to be here, we wouldn't be here. And so just really thank you, Lord. Now moving on. The last show that I did through the diaries, we were talking about me announcing the top 5. I had my top 5 guys calling in, and for those who don't know, I decided to put myself out here as the Bachelorette. Ndikati ndinyenge iwo, ndipfimbe iwo, akeli nkhombise. Sibone, because abantu leyabuya kuma inbox, munoya kuma inboxes edu, muchuya mchiti netsa, mchiti tsotsa, vamwachiti tsotsa mastonyeni, sakatati ngati teipachena, the same things that people do from our inboxes. Let's do it in the open so that atitsotsane panapantika. So why am I doing this now, guys? It's because itanzwa nekutsotsa nekubvutiwa mastonyeni. Sakatati takuya pano pama live in the public. Hapana zvokunyeperwa kuzanzi munhu ari single, iye ari married. So all the married ones, teacher, one thing that will come out of this is people will begin to know that kune vari kunyepa kuti vari single ivo vari married. Totovhura muchenjero tichakuvhurira madatabase, because titakutoisa mared flag ekuti mukaona vaya vancuve vaya vakaroora but vanofamba vachinyepa kuti havana kuroora, tobva tati flag, don't go there. So that's what this is all about, really, to say even those people that had actually lost hope, thinking that they couldn't find anyone, we are hoping that by the end of this group, I actually decided I was going to start a group, and I started that group. It's amazing. People who are after the same things, where we say, let's come together. What's your background, whether you are a widow, just so people know, a widow and a widower, they are single people too, and they deserve love, they deserve to move on. So we had kind of like isolated those people to think that they kind of that's the end. No, they can come and join us too. Now and then so all those that were divorced because things didn't work out, you went for the wrong person. Come on, we deserve second chances. You are broken, you come from a broken family like KC, vanoya drama pa Facebook, biography yako, telling people about your upbringing, but because it's a sad, filthy, past, but we have a cover up. You know what? It's okay. There will be one man that will think, wow, that woman is amazing. Hey, that chick is amazing with her problems. I think I'm going to change my name because I'm waiting for that man. Yes, I'm widowed. No, I'm not. But I do call myself Shirikazi sometimes because they're single for a long time. So, but I do call myself Shirikazi sometimes. So, all I'm saying is I'm gonna call some guys the top 5 teens. Top 5E. After all the dramas from this week. Do they still want me? Hello, caller, and send that phone ravano magadizwe. You are at the moment. Do you mind just holding for a little bit? Yeah. Okay, just hold on. May I know who's speaking? My name is Uncle Casey. Okay, just hold on, please. All right, guys. I haven't actually asked people to call in, but what I wanted to do was to actually get the guys, the top 5, but I think they're now 7. 7 guys are gonna call in, and what they're gonna do is they need to actually come and say, do they still want to move on with this woman with so many dramas from her family? And so much has happened to me, like, since November. I've got my blogs and stories telling all about how broken I was last year following the last relationship that I was in for 3 months, the 3 months relationship, which wasn't really a relationship. So do you still want a woman like that? Family and can you still go with that woman, or is this the end? ndiri kurwadziwa handisandarwadziwa zvangu, but mirai tinzoti how many guys are actually gonna say yes, we're gonna carry on with you, and what are their thoughts about what happened. So yeah, I am just gonna put this one. I don't know who this one is, but from my top 5, I know who I'm going to call. I've got my top 5 list over here, and just to see whether those guys are going to carry on with us or not. It's actually 6:20 a.m. in Auckland in New Zealand, and we're going to try to do this really fast and jigger. So God bless you guys. And all right, hi caller.
Hi. How are you, my darling?
I'm good. Is this darling number 5 or is this someone else?
This is anonymous darling.
Okay, all right. What's up? Because today we were actually meant to be ringing the top 7, and then if you want to be top 8, that's fine. But do you want to just run me down your profile just so I know what this is about?
Okay, sorry. I just bumped into this program. I'm very passionate about building communities, building families. My name is Uncle K. Senior. That's my name.
Okay.
Calling to contribute. This is a very important program according to me. I don't know others, but I think it's a very important program because people are in their need of partners. And because of the decentralization, people are scattered all over the world. And things have got to happen online.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, there are challenges when it comes to due diligence and simply relating, how do people relate online? But life goes on, as you rightfully say, it's not the end of the road.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask you, just to provoke a conversation, what is a single person? What is a single man or woman?
What is a single man or woman? So that's where I was trying to describe that we had forgotten the widows and the widowers. So anyone who is not attached to anybody. So you might be having a girlfriend. So that means you've got a girlfriend, you're attached. You're not single. You might be having a partner. Like I live in New Zealand. We've got like more than there's more than 20 marital statuses here in New Zealand. There's single, and then there's something called de facto. There's different marital statuses here. So anyone who is not attached to anybody, anyone who is not seeing anybody. So you are not married to start with. You're not in a committed relationship with anybody. You are not seeing anybody, like in terms of like relationship wise. And then you are widowed, or for whatever reasons you've never dated at all or never been with anyone. That's single. What was your definition?
Okay, I'm gonna be. I think this is going to touch some people.
Yeah.
We've got cases where people are married in a court of law, or legally, let me put it simple, and they're still legally binding, but they've been separate for donkey years.
Mm-hmm.
Some are back in Zim, some are in the UK, some are in China, some are in the US.
Okay.
And technically, you meet somebody like that. How do you classify that kind of person? Are they single? Or what? Because the critical thing is, I think, what defines somebody being single is the last word I said. Are you done? If you close the last chapter.
Right. You want me to answer that one? So you've come up with a topic. That's a huge topic because we've got Van Varkuma diaspora. Do you want to turn off the device in the background for me, please? So what I will do is, instead of us discussing all these deep conversations, I actually would like to bring it as a platform where you can call in and come in and we can have a debate on that. Not even a debate, we can have a discussion on that. Because we've got people, I'm just going to say this quickly. We've got people in the diasporas, overseas, who go around portraying themselves as single just because they left a woman back home. We don't want those ones. You are not single. You are attached. Okay, you, like he says, you are still legally bound, which you are married, but you haven't seen your spouse for many years. And I'm not pedzerana, you need to go and finish off zvawakasiya kumashure before you come trying to, kuti mubate isusu zvedu takazvimirira tega, mabato akazvimirira ega, ma-independence. So I don't know if I've answered that, but I'm actually thinking, Signoro, thank you so much for bringing that up. It's quite a good question, because even group kwandiri kuvhura ukuka, I am hoping that we won't have people sneaking in. Kana kuri kuti zveshuwa makabvumirana kuti takasiyana, why not just finalize the process and then be set free? Because then I've also signed one of those papers, but it was an arrangement. And I remember how tormented and tortured I was by that piece of paper, which for 2 years I had to wait in New Zealand to get rid of it. But I couldn't date. I just felt like it was unfair to anybody that I would be dating to go out with anyone. So I don't know if that answers your question, but it would be nice if we can go ahead and plan a live here and on my page, so that people can understand what is a single person. Otherwise we might end up losing track. Is that all right, Signora?
Okay, but take note of this. This is very critical and this very important exercise, to try and make sure kuti tese takakwana, takarora. It is very critical, I repeat. Wouldn't want to derail your program, but I think that is the bottom line, because people are marrying vakadzi vevanu.
Yeah.
Vakadzi vevanu, they are being married nevarume vevanu.
Yeah.
And it's one thing that we cannot overlook, because I think the end game at the end of the day is to build a community. So, but
perfect.
Without saying much, if you probably feel I should come back when you're ready.
Yes, please.
I'm very passionate about this dating, and more so matchmaking, which is, I think, very, very critical, because matchmaking in our own way, but I think it's more important to also know who Ketina is through somebody, because there's no other way I can start. So, but anyway, on that note, I'll be following the program on the comment desk.
Can I just ask you a question, Signora, before you go? Are you single?
Yeah, I am 101% single, available.
Did you hear
scouting.
That? Yes. So can I add you to my list?
Yeah, you can, but I hope you understand. And I am passionate, and I'm passionate about community building. And sometimes it's difficult. We are going to talk about it where, as a testimony, I find it difficult to convince a woman that I'm single.
Yeah.
A handsome guy like you.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Exactly.
Until you get to understand where I'm coming from, you probably understand that even abuse is outside. But anyway, it's a subject for another day. Yes.
Yeah.
I am single.
Singuru, muri musinguru bato rakazvimirira rega, tisi tiri kurova magolf manheru tichitonhorwa nechando. Chando chichitirova. But hey, I like your voice, Signoro. Signoro ndo chiko totem.
You like my voice, or your spirit likes me?
So far I'm going to voice, Signoro. Musade kuenderera, please.
Because behind the voice there is a person invisible.
I don't even know what you look like, by the way. So I think True Founds will pay some of V11s after Tava Pashopan. I've got your number. I can see it right there. Mazono la kuseva number tienda because I got to see. But now I was on bonditize. On my face. Yeah.
What you hear is what you're likely to see. What you're likely to see could be more original than what you hear. That's my principle. I think that should be a principle of the under promise and over deliver. That's the spirit that I encourage people to do, because what goes around comes around. Better under deliver and over promise.
Right. I agree. You sound like someone arikutsvaga. So ladies, my fellow bachelorettes who are watching from the other platforms, or have you come to join us on Venge Venge? Here we go. I am adding one more to the list. So, so good to hear you, and thank you so much for being the first caller, Signor. Anzani, the other name you said, Signor Uncle K.
Yeah, my last shot is not necessarily what I'm looking for, but an ideal woman of preference.
Yeah.
Is not a zombie. Is not a stupid woman. Is somebody who is very intelligent. Somebody who can interrogate me. Respect me, yes, but interrogate me. You know what I'm talking about.
You're selling yourself, Signor, believe me.
So, zombie as in not somebody who just nod to everything that I say.
Yeah,
it
that's
kills
right.
my spirit.
Come on, come on. You know, let me just say something to you about that, Signor. Uncle K. You know what? When I was doing ministry with Sifan, with Reinhard Bonnke's ministry back in America, you know what he said the first time I met him? He goes, you know, and I think everyone can learn something from this. He goes, I don't like people who just follow everything that I say. Yeah, amen. If you come and submit under the ministry of Reinhard Bonnke, and you are a yes person, and you don't challenge me, I don't want that kind of person. So that's what you're saying right now. You know why? Hansi, because, and this is actually good for Zimbabweans, Hansi, because I want you to be a person that is able to hear the Holy Spirit yourself when He speaks to you, instead of just submitting to me so much that even Chirondiri wrong news, even when I'm wrong, you are a yes person. I want a person who is able to challenge me as their leader. So that's what you're saying right there. Exactly.
Because man, I'm number one on the list. I really agreed. It's the other way around. Because there are so many ways of killing a kid. I know traditionally. I don't know say. Guess what? One tip before I go.
Yeah.
What does Signor? Yeah. Find out psycho Signor.
Yeah.
Yeah. Find out what it is that you want done at your house. Find out what you want done in your life.
Yeah.
Lure them to come and provide services.
Okay.
In no time, Signor will then propose you. I'll
stick with, please, my bachelorettes, for us to come out here, putting our profiles, putting our lives and our privacy on the line. It means a lot, because this has never happened in Zimbabwean history. So please, Signor, Signor, saka matichimi.
So,
oh my God.
Even I come to you and say, so the same way, the same tactics that we use, please,
all right, Shayeza.
The $1 million question is, what is so difficult? Do you really know what you want in a man?
Ish.
If you do, why then do you want me to come up with a list of qualities that you want? Who should come up with a list? Because arguably, you guys are short-changed. We are deceiving you. So why can't you then check Signor and say, okay, and then find a model. How then can I attract Signor? That's what was happening in Kudara. Do you know Kudara right was it? Signor, or whatever. It's your mother chikuseta na Signor. They will make you to square ikoko. What are they doing? My Signor would do the same thing, my mother. Would say, why does that right? The next thing is another day. Matchmaking. So all I'm trying to say is, it's not Kuti. No. There is a model.
All right. So, Signor, can I just cut you off a little bit? Can we bring you back and then mozonyasotipa mitactic yenyu mastrategies aya nematips ekuti tinofimba varume sei, because that's what you're saying. You want us to fimba you.
My pleasure.
Awesome. All right. So that was Signoro. He just called out of the blue, and that is so cool. Thank you so much for calling, Signoro, and we appreciate you so much. And I think there's so much we can learn from you, but at the same time, there's so many discussions that can come from the points about Taura Nasi. I don't even know who he is, believe me. Don't you know Tambika, but cool voice, wasn't there? All right, guys. Takumbo enda kuma bachelors angu 5 or I think about 7 manje, because pane vamwe vangu vambotiza vakazodzoka. I'm gonna call them one at a time, and then we'll have the bachelorettes as well. There's some ladies who have actually said, I'm willing to come and share my story why I would like to do what you do in Ketina. Mucha jairira wig. I see wig again. Mucha jairira. I love you guys so much. Mamvengerens ma jaira stereki. All right, so I'm gonna call the next caller, and I'm keeping them anonymous. Vamwe munozvama voices avo, but that's okay. You can guess or whatever until I pick my one. I'm only looking for one woman with so many men. Ajma Benten just zvakanditiza because anzi une drama Ketina and ndikakugone. So praise the Lord for that, because ndanagarawo Benten ndinomaiti sei inoda G40 zvichienda. So all right, I'm gonna call somebody now. Right, no, this one wants to be rung after 9 o'clock if we're still here. Okay. Okay. Kill your volume on your other device. Pani echo. No, I think the echo was from somebody else. Where is the echo? All right, hang in there, guys. Calling one of my bachelors. Hello, darling number 5. You were my darling number 5 last week, weren't you?
I think so.
Okay. Oh my God, you have no idea what it means to actually hear you right now. So for those who were on the show last week, this is darling number 5. And some of you will connect the dots together to know who is this. So darling number 5, I won't say your name. I'm gonna keep everyone anonymous until I choose maybe my last 2 or the person that I'm walking away with, the one. So darling, what I'm gonna share here, what I'm gonna ask you to do here is you follow through my whole story about my upbringing on YouTube. I know you probably went and spent 2.5 hours just listening to Ketina going on and on for 3 hours non-stop. So that's something that I think is of concern to you as well, to say what kind of a woman rib rakabviswa Adam rakachinja rikaita microphone ndo iri. This rib rakabviswa Adam rakazochinja kuita microphone sei. That was the question, and so can you put up with that? And then with all the family dramas that you watched from Sismeli's diaries, with my family coming and saying all these things between me and my dad. So would you still be keen? What are your thoughts about all that stuff that happened last week with my family? And are you still in the game, or is this like no kutopera kwazo ere? Over to you, darling.
Oh, thank you. First, I'd like to say hello. How are you? You're looking amazing.
Thank you, darling. I can see your photo there. You look amazing. A+, amazing too. And that smile, hey, she's a killer smile, Sha.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, right. This is a very, very long story, yeah, because the Toranima segment, Saga, I know that you are quite good in public speaking, and you can speak for the rest of Africa. I've noticed, because first live, you went on for 3 hours talking. Saga, you have to bear with me.
Okay, darling. Yes, my lord. Share it, my lord.
Okay, thank you. All right. Where shall I start? Okay, yeah. Inini ndatangana kuti zuchi kwandiri nina nditika zvese zvandakaona zvisezvya, it's something that's new.
inini zvangu I was raised in a different kind of environment. Magariro angu andiita upenyu hwangu ari a bit different kunechi zvandakaona ipapo. But however, hatifanira kunge tichifanana magariro atinoita. I respect kuti tizoione way yako yaunogara and family yenyu ine way yayo yainohandla things.
Yeah.
I respect that because ndino respecta mabeliefs, religion, zvevanhu gogo. I understand that we all cannot be the same.
Yeah.
So zvandikutaura izvinezvi, zvanditaura izvinezvi, first I'm going to be respectful and ndichatizo I apologize kana kune family yako nana mudhara wako if I say something zvokuti vachazoona kunge zvinenge zviri offending handizvi because kwandiri vanenge vakundononge ndiri munhu ari judgmental but panapa handisi kuve ndiri judgmental ndakuya kuzojaja munhu ndauya kuzoskungotu answer question yako yawandibvunza handizvi saka first things first is that kuti I'm going to say kuti as I said iwe kwauri I'm not going to judge you reaction yako, how you deal with your things and all that and everything. Because inini I wasn't there. I don't know kuti zo chichi chakanyanya chaitika muupenyu hwako iwewe kuti uzosvikira ipapo. I do not know, I've got no idea. It's just a hear or say. And I would not want to be based on an assumption because an assumption is the mother of all fuck-ups. But since wandikumbira kuti ndijudge, ndichatanga nekuti zvo kwauri iwewe, I'm not going to judge. And kune family yako, first, like kuti kana chivatana nyaya abuse nechinechi, it's a very, very sensitive issue. Vanhu vanohila time dzakasiyana, vanhu vanohila zvakasiyana. Handisi kuziva kuti help yako yakatiraya kuwana yauri kuwana zvakaita sei handiti saka hazvisizvo zvinhu zvekuti zvinoaffecta kukufarira kwangu kwandinge ndakakuita pakutanga. Ndakanzwa sisi vako vachitaura vainzi Gina handiti kuna Gina newewewe chinhu chandakaona chandakakwanisa kuobserva ndechitizvo I think kuti you come from two different worlds. And iye ari more cultural and semunhu ari kudheni iwo wakaexposeka kueurope life chichi and education yenyu yamakaenda zvakasiyana. Iye kwaari it was disturbing to hear her achitizvoti inini vangu vana inini totorova because ndo best way yake yaanoziva iye kuti adhire nezvinhu. Inini sama inini vangu I wouldn't be comfortable kuendesa vana vangu kuholiday kumba kwake ndichiziva kuti zvoti she has got no clue kuti zvo belt harisiro rega answer yediscipline. Discipline inokwanisa kusenzeswa through maybe grounding, maybe kutora maprivileges emwana. But iye kana chikoti ndotokwatira mwana wangu anenge ari mwana wake kana ari mukeye make saamainini. Saka one, it was so disturbing kumunzwa achidaro. Number two, kumunzwa achita so defensive kuti isusu tese tairohwa chaita sei. And why it is kuti Ketina ari kuononge zvinhu izvi zvazokosha kwaari chiri chaazoshamisira knowledge yake on meaning ye-abuse yakandidisturb again ona because ichika just because utotizvo uri kuabuswa mufamily mako it doesn't make it any better. Abuse is abuse. Uri kuona ndichiri paari iyi handiti ndakaona kunge zvinonzi zvokozila kuti fanga pahighlighta zvinhu zvake zvakawanda aitizvo iwewe you've always been dad's favorite. Iwe wakarohwa ka1 inini ndakarohwa kakawanda handiti uri kuona iwe wakarohwa ka1 inini ndakarohwa kakawanda. I feel like kunge munhu ane jealous yekuti zvo iye in a way ari kuona kunge paying back kuna baba is kuti iye zvinezvi zvanditika aende defensive kuna baba obva akuita kuti iwe uluke ngeiwe ndwechi juniors anditi because iwe uri kuita sei iwe wakutengesa chi mudhara uri kuita chi speak out anditi saka iye ari kuda place yako iwewe. She's always wanted that attention yako yaita sei yako yawaipuwa, of which inini ndiri very very family oriented. Uri kunzwa? Inini ndinofarira chi macousins angu, ndofarira hama dzangu, ndakaona marivalries akadaro. I would love vana vangu, macousins angu, masisters zangu, mabrothers zangu kuti ave ane relationship nasister wako, kuti kuita family gathering hazviro kuti isaidhe kwababa chete, yoda saidhe kwamai neiko saidhe kwababa, andione tichitokwanisa kunyatsogara kudai so pari paraund pabhabhakyu tichigucha nyama, tichidya nyama titese papedifara chidai chidai. Iye when she's out there to get you, kuti ave ari happy for you, kuti uri happy. Anditi then ndobva ndikase ndobva ndamusendeka iye anditi ndobva ndapinda kuna baba. Sorry yenyu baba anditi kuna mudhara. I think kuti tizvo mudhara vari right paurongo hwavo, kana chiti vari right paurongo hwavo ka kutaura kuti ndakada kutarisa kuona kuti ivo nemakore mangani, ivo vanofanira kunge vane makore mangani, vakakura era ipi, education system yavo yavakakwanisa kuisa maoko avo pavari ivo kuti vadzidze vaite sei andika vakadzidza kusvika papi, culture yaitaura kuti inenge ichisvika papi handizvo kwavari. I would like to get him the benefit of the doubt yekuti zvo maybe if he used to do that handitika maybe pamwe panga pane ma-underlined reasons ekuti zvo haanakwanisika kuidentifyiwa nechi nemaprofessionals, ma-health professionals ekudhini. Ona could be mental problem, it could be any temper, etc. And ona izvozvo handikwanisa kuti ndivajeje because iwo sababa handitika pachivanhu tinenge tatarwa nababa has to go anditi saka iwewo kwauri he is always going to see you as daughter wavo, princess wavo, and you need to abide and follow rules anenge vakaisa. Saka kwavari handinga maybe it's just that kuti ndoega only way yavaiziva kuti vadhile nesituation yachona patime iyo. Ona education vanga vasina knowledge yakakwana yekuti vakwanise kuziva kuti okay kurova mwana anogroundwa, mwana andaiso. So I'm not going to bash him, but I'm not going to praise him again because by then he should have known kuti zviti haungazviveka mukadzi wako ka umisa pamberi pevana ka vachiona uchita sei uchirakasha mukadzi uchirakasha amai ipapo pamberi ipapo. There was ways that he could have done it. He could have sent you on a weekend then odhira nemukadzi wake kana aita kana anga nemangoromero anditi matone because papa wakataura zvakawanda steady anditi then kwauri wewe anditi kwauri wewe ndinoona kunge you're a very very intelligent young lady anditi but sometimes ego yako inokwanisa kuhave the best out of you. Anger was pane imwe time yandakazokunzwa uchiscreama uchita sei ipapo ndakanzwawo futi chimba ngoma-incidents ako akataurwa nechi nemunin'ino wako kunzi brother wakavatora wakavaisa muroti wakavadzinga, mama wakavabudisa mumotikari handizvo vamwe varuma vakaita sei waidzinga waita sei. Saka ndinowanda kuti okay saka ndakaheva argument newe handizvo ndiri pauri, are you just gonna walk out on me or just chuck me out just like how you did that? Because if you can do that to your mother and you can do that to your brother, inini ungoriwo munhu watoziwanirawo pafacebook ndinenge ndiri safe here pandinenge ndiri ipapo ukunzwa izvozvo zvandakazviona kuti zvirichi a big step. However, I understand that that was your past and I would not want to judge you nechi nepast yako And I do believe in second chances. I do believe that you are getting help. And saka kwandiri ndesade kukukondema but ndangota kuti zvinhu zvokuti ndinoona zviri disturbing kwandiri pakuti so can I work around that or can I work with that? I am still disturbed. I'm still trying to digest it. You know, okay, here, Abba, family, my kids are not safe now, auntie. And listen, Mukazi can tell me to pack my bags any second, any minute. If I happen to jump into a car, she can automatically just tell me to get the fuck out any second, just because in the town as you know, disagreement. We don't believe in arguments. We believe in having debates. We have a debate. When it's affected then to start with positive, what works for us, to send this positive. For an example, the strength and this guy. Do not gonna some. Nene pound of Kumiro grade 5. Mates and Dikoni. Dagane pay young ones who Sukira Baba Kango can get the Marisa Kunuguri. Bishaku so much Bubago, Timmy Bishasha mates. Children Oka Mari. Marikenda Kufi, Marikenda Kuchingwande. Rona. Saka Ipapo balance here to but attraction.
Yeah.
I'm still attracted to you. I'm still willing to give you a chance, a second chance. Now dealing with the chimbomira kuchaura nambo toga mbona 3
ndrutapirirwa kutoblasha ipapa pakamera ufunga hako kutotadza kuti I can't believe you're saying this to me ufunga hako kola number 5 darling 5. I can't believe it.
Okay. It's tola glass remvura mbonwa.
Yes, baby. Ndazvinzwa shewe.
Indiyastora because inini ndakangoti ndakangotidesona ndaluza tishekeni. Andile. And chiga iwewe pamwe panhu wani futika pamwe panhu pane kutyira ndepoti ezvine zvasvika palevel yekuti so you've disowned your family has disowned you.
Yeah.
Ipapo that is about you, but you are adults. How about our kids? How about our children? I would love my children to have a relationship with granddad. I would like my children to have a relationship with grandmother, with aunties. I don't want them to lose out because the ignorance is adult.
Yeah.
So what zvinhu zvandingade kuti ndinowisha for is kuti iwewe uchita counseling yako uchiona help yako your dad so needs counseling yako munin'ina wako wanonidwo yake counseling yake kusai mese you need help uri kunzwa saka ezvinezvika big choice yangu inini panenge ndatwisted man ndepekutizvo am I ready to walk into damaged goods uri kunzwa because family kutonida panel beating kwandiri inini ndakaona dysfunctional family
very
saka kuti ndipinde mudysfunctional family ndinyatsoziya nedzangu brain dzangu dzakanyatsotikwesereka zvoda mwoyo unokushinga but I believe kuti love inokwanisa kukonka zvese izvi. I'm not ruling anything out but I'm just still like kind of confused. I think because ziya kuti iwewe wandidika uri kushamarara uri papabosi you need a man uchilaina vanhu uchiwedzera vanhu kubva pane 5 vangatiri inini kana kuchikoro unoda kudzeta ndiri ndofoka handabvira nambotora kana number 5 kana kutora number top 5 pane anything ndakatanga kutopindawo patop 5 pane choice yako automatically nhasi wandidecide kuida top 7 uri kunzwa unochinja the way that you switch are not consistent. I'm beginning to doubt you as well. Because in any level, I don't need someone right or die. Don't need someone no stick. I need someone in my corner. Someone I can be in their corner too. You know. Manje kana uchiti ukukutengela kutamba siso kuti kunzukune kunyimo uri bisexual pama relationship bisexual yepfungwa uri kunzwa uda blandu uda gani kuda chiita inini kwandirika ndoda munhu anenge ari heterosexual papfungwa. If you are in my corner, stick there, stay there. If you are in your corner, you be in your corner. Ndine madoubts futhi ekuthi zvichinga, because I think kuti that ego ka control yachona yekuti okay, you can get any man that you want, and I don't think kuti uri away kuti zo ininiwo futhi anditi ndisati ndauya kuti ndikufonere kutsvage tenge kukuziya ndakatogara nditotsvagawo saka pamwe kwandiri utoriwo number 5, but iwo manje rukangana uchiisa effort yekuti kunge number 1 kwandiri, urunzwa iwo kwandiri ka uri kufunga kuti 1000 wakoona yani number 7 wako, but akuziva kuti uri kufanira kuchifaitira kuti number 1 kwandiri kuti zvibalance. Ndinoona ngetika because inini hangu I'm not into one-sided relationships. I love a balanced relationship. It's a give and take situation.
Yes, darling.
I hate being an option. I like to be a priority, especially when I'm a priority. So if you're my priority, I expect to be your priority. Not put your option. The fact that I'm just an option and automatically you can just end up and talk up. A stranger. That one there was a stranger. He didn't even know the topic. As he resemble independence, you know, resemble accounts and which is not disturb. It's disturb.
Oh my God.
I can look at tensa and if I varipa, look at tensa and the mama. Straight out of a museum.
Oh my God. Yeah, okay, keep going. Darling number 5. Yeah.
It's so fucking disturbing, fam. You know.
Yeah.
I hope to counseling konende kana kuti kumunamato yako onende uise kumunamato wako unzwikwe namwari kadhimoni kako kabve mauti ukwanise kuita loyal, because iyoyo katinonzi loyalty, urunzwa inonzi loyalty. You have to be loyal kwatiri zvese vatona vari 5 apa ndakutoroka on behalf of vangu vangu apfuwa, because we've been waiting for time. Then you just bring in 2 other people from nowhere.
Yeah.
Eye contact.
I'm sorry. I'm just. Oh.
That's rude.
Okay.
I'm not gonna excuse me. I'm not gonna watch. Too much power, too much ego.
So, without to lose the power, manje pana.
No. I want you to be you.
Yeah.
I want you to be considerate. You have to consider other people's feelings as well, other people's emotions as well. You might take it as a joke, but next man is not taking it as a joke.
I know.
This is my time. This is my love. My relationship and it's all about you. My message is good. Ziya kuti zvokoini rako rese rauchafulipata koini rina king natera rine heads and tails. Iwo kati heads ka, the other side is tails. Saka balancisa zvinhu izvozvozvo.
Ndazvinzwa shewe.
Ndikanimbofungwa kuti hapana chimwe chinhu chandasingirire because ndada kurounda
muchimbofunga pane zvadoda ngokupindura yangu vanhu vese vachinzwa.
Vachimomira.
Yo. Nasi. No, I just really wanted to say this really calmly. I wanted to say that, I'm so glad that nearly all the guys, actually everyone that's going to be calling, vakateerera when my sister and my dad were talking. If I have to be honest, Nina, I only listened maybe to 10 minutes in total of what they said. I only responded to the little that I heard, and I screamed, "You're right." Ndaga scream. And because, yeah, I do show my emotions. When I'm angry, I'm angry. When I'm happy, I'm happy. But there's two things I just want to answer you. I have never thrown my mom out of any car. I didn't own a car in Zimbabwe, so that was they made up that whole thing. Never happened. If anything, I'm the one who looked after my mom when she got kicked out of the house and she became homeless. She came in. I've been looking after my mom since I started nursing school. So for everyone who heard that story, I would never be mean to my mom, ever, 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 ever. If anything at all. I love my mom so much. So this story is all fabricated. They have made up so many things. So I don't really have to defend myself, but I thought I would just let people know that I would never do anything to my mom, no matter what. Yekunzan's brother from my house. This is the family that came to New Zealand to bring my son. I paid for their flights to come here. That's not true either. These people actually wanted papers in Inapandopanda and we had a lot of friction. And they tried to use immigration to get asylum in New Zealand and to get papers through the back door. That's why I sent them back to Zimbabwe in I think it was February. In February, it was really like, I want you to get out of my life, out of my house. I flew them back to Zimbabwe. So I hope I've answered that. Antika Samaita, so I would never kick anyone out of my house. Huh? Yeah.
From the beginning, I didn't think of to justify yourself.
Yeah, no, but I just said to answer.
This is just an answer on the conclusion.
Yeah.
Okay, conclusion.
Yeah.
I'm still highlighting. I was paying attention.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not here to attack you.
Mandundura nasi sama
transparency is important.
Yeah.
Especially on.
Yeah.
Saka izo zotinozotaura idu pamba mberi apo.
Yeah.
Justify uchizoita sei but kana ndichitaura based on zvandakaona nezvandakanzwa.
Yeah.
Ndosaka ndati uyu pake ndeapa, uyu pake ndeapa, pako ndeapa.
Yeah.
Then since one cut ndakuzoti nizokatwa ndizvikwanise izvi.
Yeah.
Ndakubva ndatoenda hangu ndireni conclusion yangu.
Okay.
Conclusion yangu is that, as I told you, that I'm not here to judge you, that I believe that now you're a different person than the person that you were at that time. So I'm still willing to get to know you, to still know what the current Ketina is.
Yeah.
And what makes her tick. And apart from past DSA, and it. So I'm going to leave my doors open, and see how it goes.
Thank you, darling.
As I said, I'm not going to judge you, but that's what I've observed. And in my concerns, and now, that I mentioned is of course, in quantity family is important one.
Yeah.
I'm doing this for my mom, I'm doing this for my dad, I'm doing this for my brother, and one-sided.
Yeah.
And I want to do stuff for your family as well. It would be nice to sit down with your father.
Yeah.
Men to men talk. It would be nice to sit down with your sister. Okay.
Yeah.
However, my doors are still open, and that's what I've observed, and I hope I've answered your question fairly.
All right. Shoot.
Chinenge chisiri fair kwauri kana nonge pandaitonge ndaenda overboard because I'm not perfect.
Yes, there is actually. I just think you came across as someone who is quite strong-willed, just like I am, which is cool because I actually need a man who is strong, who can actually kind of like say, tone me down and did it. However, some of it came across as if you are trying to change me into being this weak woman that I'm not. I think you have to accept that you found me the way I am. You don't have to try too hard to say nyarara, nyarara, nyarara. That sounded like really control to me, and I didn't like what I felt when I was listening to you doing that. So it's something probably that I'm just checking to see, like, were you doing that because that's how you do your life? Because if it is, I found that like as if you were kind of like trying to earn some respect from me by intimidating. It came across as kind of like intimidating, trying to intimidate me somehow, of which in Inango I'm not easily intimidated by men. So I would love it to be kind of like some mutual respect. I listened to you and seriously, like everything, most of the things that you said, they were like so on point, and I think it takes a brave man to actually come on a live video and say the things that you've said, and I appreciate that so much. However, that's just the control effect, and even in your tone when you were doing it, it was more like you know, you have to maybe wachiti hands or wandins, or maybe it's because of this history that my family has come with as well. Yoguti kanamdara chaichenda kamuti andin wango, you know, andin zwaro, because I don't respond well to control. I don't like to be controlled, and I don't believe anybody out there likes to be controlled, and that's why I said I just felt a little bit of that with you, but we can work on that, darling, can't we?
Yeah, okay. Ndakunzwa, I've heard you out, Jordan. First, I apologize if I made you feel that way. And listen, that wasn't my intention. Probably, maybe that is the person that I am as well.
Yeah.
So, by you telling me, okay, I have to speak to you in a certain way, I also feel you are trying to change me as well. Just treat people like the way that you want to be treated as well. And if you want, point papa, intimidate, like I'm trying to change you, and again you are contradicting yourself. What's yoga by trying to tell me I shouldn't talk to you in this way, and you are also trying to change me, and we have to meet in between.
Yeah.
I have to accept you the way that you are. As I told you that I am not going to judge you.
Okay.
But this is how I feel about this whole situation. And
yeah.
I would expect you not to judge me as well from my tone, because there's a thin line between being agitated and being passionate. I'm passionate about this relationship. I'm passionate about this.
Thank you.
Passion, you know, what's going on is admission. Saka usikuona movement zangu kuti ndikuita sei, pamwe ndine smile pa face, pamwe ndikaita sei, it's judging. You're being judgmental.
Yeah.
But again, I will say kuti zojiga kwauri, I'm sorry, I apologize if you felt like I'm trying to change you, and I'm kind of like controlling. In any, I am as powerful as you are. I feel like I'm a very, very opinionated individual, the same as you are. This is what you said. In any arguments, you that debate, fact, effect. You know, to affect, not tone your voice. To value is in some context. Not kutizo wakuterera volume zvafana kuti kana taterera music and I was kuterera ma lyrics kuterera ma guitar ukunzwa instrument kuplay upstairs ausunzwa ma lyrics takatokuza kuti rumbo rinoreva kuti chi rakachimba kuti unotanga kuti rakachiti rakatoti I love you and I want to be with you because my lyrics warasa but sorry again, I apologize, but thank you. nekundipa constructive criticism yako yawandipa. I'm a very positive person. I'll try and alter in different ways, but I cannot guarantee you that I will change the man that I am. And but I could alter some of the things. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, darling. Number 5. I just have to say in response, from all the chats we've had from behind the scenes and the one-on-ones we've had, I have to say I did not expect you to come and actually nail this like the way you did, because I actually thought you were gonna come in and tell me but it seemed like you took your time to listen to everything that everyone said from my side, from everyone's side. You actually even listened to the long show that was done by my family, which I haven't done, and I won't be listening to it, to be quite honest, because I would rather move on and go on with things that really add value to my life. But having said that, I agree with you. I cannot change you, neither can you change me. I actually believe that change comes from me wanting to sort of like change the way I think, the way I see things. So people can say so many different things about me, judging me from whatever I've said, judging me from whatever they've heard. But at the end of the day, it's up to me to decide which parts of me I want to change. Where people say I don't listen, you know what? It's not a weakness for a woman to be strong-willed, to be powerful, to speak up. Try to rub me on to kind of like provoke the wrong side of me. I will speak up. I do not care what position of influence a person has, whether it's a husband, a man. I just believe we have to respect one another, love one another. I'm so full of love, and I don't, you know, KC Anodavanu. I love people, I love life, I'm full of love. But you provoke me, I recharge 360 degrees recharge. Anger, I mean, and I know that I'm saying that because I know that's what I am. And it's not up to people to change you. It's not up to people's comments to change you. I keep being me. For you, I think it's gonna come to the point of behind the scenes. What's gonna happen? What is it gonna take for me to tolerate your kind of strength and for you to tolerate my kind of strength? And to also know that I've got weaknesses, but they're not going to change overnight, and you're not going to force them to, you know, you're not going to force me to change or to do things the way you want me to do them. Neither can I do the same to you, and I think we are agreeing on that. So for everyone listening out there, that was darling number 5, and I actually do like there's a lot that I've learned from this from this guy, and he was so on point about so many things, and I could see some comments there. Everyone was just like Sando Zako Kola, everyone and to everyone who doesn't really agree with my style of living life, you know, as the more you get disappointed in life, you become more resilient, and sometimes that resilience comes across as being rude. It comes across as a threat to some people, and I'm not saying you're threatened, my darling over there, but some people don't like my kind of like way I do things, the way I confront issues, but that's up to me to know whether it's working for me or not. If you don't like it, you don't have to put up with it, but you don't have to insult me for the way I handle issues or the way I handle things. So that's all I just wanted to really say in response to some of the comments I saw, and maybe some of what you said as well. You still there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah.
I'm listening. Yeah. Anyway, I respect that, and we have agreed with this. All that we're gonna need is compromise.
Come on.
Not good kuchinjana.
Yeah.
Not good kunya steering.
Yeah.
If kana shita zvinete kana singaite.
Exactly.
Yes, kusaka pane my numbers 1 up to 7. And zvinasise kufoseredza. But yeah. That's all I can say, and I respect the fact that okay, respect because yeah, I do feel the same way as well. But only way to move forward will be compromise.
Yeah.
We have to compromise.
Yeah.
Because no one wants to give in and then give up who they are. Everyone's happy. And I'm content with the man that I am. You are content with the woman that you are. And keep going, keep doing what you're doing, and I'll keep doing what I'm doing. But no love lost.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you so much, darling number 5. So that's my darling number 5. Munoere darling number 5 again. If I just have to, because people are asking me, they're actually guessing that it's something else here, but I could be wrong. We did discuss it though. Yeah. Nyamuziwa. Which one is Nyamuziwa again?
Shumbalaya.
It's Shumbalite, guys. So penny one watch this samaita pana Shumbalite. So all right, sweetheart, darling. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna drop you now, and I'm gonna take the next caller. How's that? And then I'll catch up with you later.
Thank you for having me. Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you so much, and please don't be intimidated by numbers. Don't be intimidated. The only reason why I added more is because of this thing that happened during the week. It really messed with my head, and I just thought there's no harm adding more. I actually wanted to add 5 more so that it could be top 10, but at the end of the day, I only need 1. Just remember how far we've come.
Trust me, Lion, King of the Jungle.
Right.
I ain't intimidated of nothing.
Yeah. All right. I just need to see there's somebody calling. If I can drop you, if that's okay. See you later, darling. Bye. All right. Okay, guys. Okay, let me answer this, but you are not in the top 5. Why? Okay, now. All right. Not now. Nichango Pinda. I want to get an overview. It's simple. Okay, so if you're listening right now, darling number, what darling number was he? Oh man. Darling number 3, I think you were. I think. Okay. Hello, hi. I'm good, thank you. I'm only taking calls from the Bachelors at the moment. Can I call you back if that's okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No problem, sis.
If that's okay, can I just save your number and then I'll...
That's all right, Moningina. That's all right, but I'm with you 100%.
Oh, okay. All right. Just give me a second. Give me a second. All right. Should I let you speak whilst I am checking to see the next darling then?
No, you can call me later. You can call. I actually want to just talk to you.
Okay.
Yeah? But don't let anything pull you down. Don't let anything intimidate you. Don't let anything pull you down. It's good to be who you are, to be what you are. And I'll tell you, typical, because I was one of those people who don't let anything pull you down. Girl, you can do it.
I'm listening. Yeah.
Actually, I want to talk to you instead.
Okay. No, thank you so much. It means a lot. It means a lot, sister. I really don't know your name, but
keep your chin up, girl. You're beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much, and you look beautiful too. So thank you so much. So these are the kind of things that I look forward to getting. So thank you so much, caller. I'll just drop you.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think people that find you a challenge, people that find you a threat, you know what? They don't even deserve to be anywhere near you. You understand? Because who you are, what you come across is very weak. Let go. Because you can actually do better. Why I want to talk to you, said is because did you I hate your attitude and believe you, me, girl. What the way you think, the way you do your things is the correct way. Don't let people distract you. Usati ukafamba kona uti apa waona music. Wodzukira masrom notarisa ndaona rera ngari dodisho because vanhu vatorona idoti. Wanzwa?
Yes.
Yes. So please, girl.
These are the kind of callers, you know, like I can sync with these ones. Thank you so much. Maona, you know, the girl power, we encourage each other. Focus on some ladies were actually listening and they get to see me for who I am. We dig each other. So thank you so much, caller, and I appreciate you so much, and thank you for picking that phone. So yeah, awesome. Let me see. All right. Just gonna call this one in here. All right, guys. I know it's not for everyone, but this is it. What you see is what you get, baby. All right. Let's hear the next one. I don't know who that is. Okay. So callers, the guys, for those who haven't been catching up with what's been happening for the guys, I just want to say that he's probably not answering because he says he just got home. What time is it? 7:20. Oh yeah, okay, I'm gonna ring this one. All right, I'm gonna ring this one. Everybody knows this one. Sorry guys, most of them are on my other phone. All right, there we go. I hope you're ready, darling. That was darling number, what number is that? Number 4. I'm not saying names, so just bear with me, please. Just bear with me.
Hello?
Hi, darling, and darling number. I'm actually live. Hi, how are you? Do you wanna mute the devices that are in the background, if that's okay?
Okay, Davis.
How are you, darling number? You were number 4 last time. Darling number 4, how are you?
No, number 3, number 1.
Were you number 3 and 1? So how come I've got you here is okay, all right. Were you number 3?
Yeah, I was number 3.
Okay, all right. Darling number 3. So the reason why here, like I said, when I asked you to say come live tomorrow, I say that you know about the things that have been happening online, like from the different platforms, my family coming and we were bashing each other, and you made it to the top 5, and I was asking, so do you still want to carry on with top 5? If so, how did you feel about all those things that were going on between me and my family, and where do we stand now, darling? Dr. Pera Kwazwere.
Yeah, no, as no fair. Each and every family in my challenge, and there's no one that made that. So even you'll be surprised to be otherwise on to you on the warrior, otherwise conversation still goes up for us, you know.
So
yeah. That's also fair, but I still have like 4 questions.
you've got questions for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you say 4 questions?
Yeah, 4 or 3, I don't know.
Okay, all right. Okay, guys, so this is darling number 3. He's just corrected me and told me that he was darling number 3. He has questions for me, and I'm just gonna, all right, maybe I probably need to take notes again. All right, what's the first question, darling?
Okay, my first question is,
Ndikakumbuka. You had me screaming at on the phone. That was out of character, but I go for a run.
Yeah.
I go for a run.
Alright, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I do. I go for a run. I put myself on timeout. I go for a run. But during that time, I needed to yell because I've been waiting to do that for many years. I just wanted to yell and scream at my dad for many years. And I'm glad I did it. Yeah, I'm so glad I did it because I really wanted to do that. But having said that, to answer your question is I go for a run. Yeah.
Okay. The second question is, like, let's say,
oh, hang on, darling. There's something I need to tell you. When I'm in a relationship, I think to no pedzra bedroom as well.
Alright.
Yeah.
Alright.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, alright. The other question is, right, let's say,
yeah. Yeah.
Can you forgive that person?
Okay, darling. I have forgiven, not nearly, I've forgiven everybody, even these ones that I'm yelling at deep down in my heart. As you can see, I'm speaking so freely and I'm just... What is that? You've got another girlfriend?
No, TV.
Phoza ka TV yako nayo wawundidumanisa ne TV futhi. Ngorutha my sounds ekuthi ongese kunonzi pani zvauri kutoita ikoko ngorutorova chinhu shamwari papa in ripa live.
No, sorry, no, so it's you. I want to do there. I was like,
all right.
Okay, what are you?
Ratiza babe rangu wakavharira mumberi. Yeah, washata urachoka ichabuda chete nyayo. Anyone who knows where this caller is, please. Nice, fine, darling. I know, I'm joking. But anyway, what I wanted to say is, you asked me, Kuti, can I forgive someone once they've done something? So, okay, I have to refer you. I don't know if you... I know we are friends on Facebook. I posted something recently about a blog that I wrote per Easter. I wrote this blog per Easter when I was just reflecting on my faith, and I said, finally, I can say I've forgiven the men who abused me. And if I can forgive someone who did something like that to me, it's something that I'll probably remember for probably the rest of my life. So, I forgive for me because unforgiveness, what it does to me is it makes me feel like ndrikuma poisoned, depressed and miserable. Iye munhu akakutadzira wausiri kuforgiva ari kufamba zvakachifara achitonakirwa zvake nevamwe vanhu. So I forgive for me. Ukandiona ndakuita zvandiri kuita zvokuti ndabuda panapa ndakurova madhanzi, ndakunakirwa, ndakumhanya and everything. It means I've actually forgiven the person. And by forgiveness, it doesn't mean be stupid. And I'm going to say this actually to the camera as well as I'm talking to you. I've forgiven these people, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that I can trust them again. It means I'm forgiving them for me and because of my faith. Yeah, and you know, the prayer, and this is what by my Jesus, it says, forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Who am I to not forgive somebody? But after forgiving somebody, it doesn't mean to be stupid and go back and hold hands and do stuff together. It means ndaku forgive, but now you know what? Buzz off, move on, do your own thing, and let me do my own thing. Because some people but they are toxic. We don't have to allow them back to come and rape us around their fingers. So that's what I say, like, Panivan to not forgive, but speaking up doesn't mean Kutanzi you haven't forgiven someone. So I just want to do this as a little, hopefully teaching to somebody who is listening here. Kutijo, you know what, guys? Can I forgive her? When you are healing or when you've healed, it doesn't mean don't talk about the things that happened to you. And don't confuse between Kutanzi. So if you say you've forgiven someone, why are you still talking about this? I can still talk about it. Maybe still there's still a little nudge in me that needs healing as well. And sometimes we talk about these things to make other people be aware of what these things are around. This person did this, just so that they don't repeat it to someone else. So yes, I can forgive. I have forgiven, and just even from this last thing, you know what? I have forgiven my dad. I have forgiven my sister. I have forgiven Brendan, you know, the guy who did whatever he did. I have forgiven my brothers, and even all these people who are fabricating things, Vajita come up with all these things. I forgive them, and However, forgiveness doesn't mean that, Ketina, you're going to be stupid and go after those people and try to bring them back into your life again. Kana zvikazoitika vakazosangana zvekare, praise the Lord, that's fine. But kana zvisina kuitika, you know what? Mwene mwakabuda ari yega futi pandinofa ndinovigwa ndiri one. I came here ndiri ndega, ndichadzokera ndiri ndega, ndiri mbune. So why do I have to spend my life chasing after people, trying to please people, trying to get along with people who don't want to get along with you? You know what I mean? So life is too short. Ndosaka ndichizvimanyira zvangu, ndichengeta vana vangu, ndichizvishandira zvangu, and just doing my own thing. Because pese pandaidza kuinvolve people, it ends up turning the other way, and people kind of like forget kuti ndo vaivabatsira kuti vasvike pavari, even though they, yeah, obviously your kind of living kind of like threatens some people, or one feel yeah, anyway, let me just leave it there. So I hope I answered you there.
Alright, fine. Okay, the other question is like, what's your take on 50-50? Mukazi 50, Murume 50.
What do I think on 50? Saka iwe kola iwe. Oh, yakuzondi question ayo pane kuti uye kuzotaura nyaya dzokuti iwe, what do you think about my family?
No, you know what, the problem is like, alright, I just don't know what to say, and in doing this, I know but
alright, but
I don't want to see us or you on it out in the positions of Africa or I want to find with
okay, yeah. What do I think on 50-50? Okay, I think topic ya wakuyana yoga. Wakuyane topic ya submission. And can I just write that down to say I will answer that as a topic on its own? And I'll bring a panel and we're gonna share a topic on submission in regards to biblical terms and in regards to just in general terms. I believe respect has to be both ways. And I also believe that, like what the previous caller said, my darling number 5, he was talking about kuti, there are strengths that you can see in me and there are strengths that I see in you. We need to recognize those and acknowledge kuti mumwe wangu anogona izvi. Azvina basa kuti mukadzi kana kuti murume zvafanana neni papa panditi. Okay, I might be at a much better position in terms of like qualifications, in terms of like social status, in terms of finances and everything. But does that mean kuti ndafa anku undermine murume wandasangana naye just because inini ndiri pa position iri nani? I might be a millionaire or whatever. But what does that look like to me? It means I still need to have that. There still needs to be that mutual respect. See, teaches vakuti babandiani panapa nemachende mbandiani. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I don't know how to answer that. Do I believe in 50-50? Yes, I actually believe that the contribution, it's important. It's important for you to listen as a man. Kuti okay, mkazi wangu arutaura achitiso kana kuti baby rangu arutaura achitiso it's, even though I may not agree, I still need to listen and hear her point, and there has a respectful way of responding and turning her down than crushing her. Because varume dzinozoenderera futi zvokuda kuti ndini murume panapa ndindazodai. So ini nangu pa 50-50 tinogona kuendera nayo as a topic, if that's okay, because it comes from different angles. Finances, in terms of like kuti, I don't know whether you were referring to financially as well, because that's a big one. We can spend the whole day here tichitaura nyaya iyoyo. So is it okay if we move it to another day, but you kind of like have an idea of where I stand, right?
Yeah,
sort of. Okay, all right. Anything else? That was 3 questions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the other one is like, can you sacrifice something for love? Just like, let's say one more like, and now who chief like you come and do then you end up playing chief from your poster.
Yeah.
One side we carry some that was like more for argument of you look for the more harder.
Okay, that question, that's a big question. So my darling number 3 here, he's asking me a question on are you able to sacrifice something for your lover, for your husband, or for the person, the man that you love? And he's giving me an example about if somebody goes to Makandiwa's church, of which he's picking things that he knows that I'm definitely not after. I'm against these papas or people who idolize papas and false prophets and all that. So this is actually, another topic. I think you're just here to give me topics to discuss in the future. So no, I'm not going to compromise my beliefs and my faith and what I believe in for a man. No, I stick with what I believe in. I don't do idolatry. I don't paparize anybody. So if my kind of men wanrozoti ndakapiwa na Mwari anouya and I believe kuti tese tinenge tichiona nemaziso ma spiritual eyes edu anenge achinyasoona kuti zvema false prophets zvatitombozvide mumba medu dia. Saka inini newe tine basa baby. Kana iwe kuri kuti maybe unoita nezvekwamakhandiwa kana zvautoredza kutondiudza kahani. I think
that's not my point. I was just asking if you sacrifice something for love. That's because we're then like I don't know that okay, this December together and you only perform those minutes that you do on.
Yeah.
Then I do to know you ndinoda kuti pamwe chende kutepen then iwo rutandi warara ndiri kuona nyaya zvepeni ange pane zvekuti uya ari kuti uya then unokwanisa here kuzvikompromisa pachako utaura itina chakwasa hangu kuzokureka nchibeka zvati uya anosvika.
Right. That's, I think now what you're discussing now, darling, is the communication. So, I think I might just have to put the questions, my questions on my surpassing, but yes, definitely depending on our conversations with we have to reach some form of agreement somehow. So can I do that? It depends on the situation, so I can't answer right there. So so for my examples, it depends on what was the other thing that was meant to be done for me to actually compromise and sacrifice that thing for going kukwekwe than kwenda kwarare. You know what I mean? So it's not taurirana. So in summary, you are talking about communication. Is it effective? Because kana isiri effective kana tisiri kunzwanana zvinhu zvese izvozvo zvinoenda haywire. So yeah, I hope that answers the question, because kana tine ma bond rimwe rero kuti chero zvaita sei tinonzwanana nabhebhi wangu noza tinotaurirana all this stuff and we'll keep moving forward, if you know what I mean. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
I think the
okay, darling. All right. So I know you've been worried about kuti Ketsi say usiri kundi communicate neni these days, you know, with all the things that have been going on during the week. I'm sure you would understand why I have been a little bit closed off. I needed to deal with all that stuff. And this is so anyway, I'll catch you in my inbox where you go. And this is darling. Unenyaya. Say, okay, darling, I'm gonna drop you now and then I'll get the next caller. Okay, all right. All right, that was darling number 3. Now I'm gonna bring in the next one. Okay, good. Right. Kungoti ga. Darling 3. And darling 3 are talking Papa's spiritual son. Okay, hi darling. Shan chichimonduza ongori darling number, and you look handsome by the way. Ongori darling number.
Darling number 4.
Darling number 4, au ya tatsikwa pano na darling number 4. Darling. Ndeipi. You still there?
Hello.
Yeah, indeed.
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So I know you just came home. I just decided to do this. I know I tried to get hold of you, but obviously I did not kusangana. But kusangana, guys. Did you hear that word? It means a lot.
Kusangana, kana kusangana.
Kusangana. You know what I mean? Watanga. But anyway, I mean, the reason I came live today is to say I'm pretty sure you did go through some of the videos, the live videos from the platforms Akaitwane Family and from my end, my interview as well, which is on YouTube and it's also on Sismeli's Diaries. After listening to all that, you made it to the top 5 last week and we were loving Tichipana my dedications and my songs. So now where do you stand? And after listening to all that, Kazu, anetsa asitombopindira nevanhu vekumba kwavo. So where does that leave you and me, and what do you think about all that stuff that happened last week?
That's a good question, and also I think it's necessary to ask it. But at the same time, inini ndinofunga kuti okay, regarding we are still on the same page. But at the same time, izvo zviya zvakaitika zviya izvi manje handina kublame kana kufungidzira kuti maybe I have to withdraw because of some reason, because I know unoziva kuti mafamilies atinobva ane zvinhu zvakawandisa. We have so many families, very complicated. It's only that iwewe family yako takakwanisa kuita chance yekuti yakauya pamhepo tikainzwa vakakurukura zvakaitika zvakaitika. Andikuona? Saka inini ndinofungidzira kuti munhu wese ane family imwe neimwe ine zvayo, but chinongosiyana chete maplatforms ekuti zvinonetsa mumhuri dzekwedu tinozvisolvera kuwese. Andikuona? But chinhu chandakangoona chete ndechekuti tinenge tichidzidza, and also that's a way of getting to know each other. But we are still in the same page. That's what I can say. Handina kuita dzangu dzimwe pfungwa dziri negative.
Saka tichiripo pachirongwa zvedu patop 5 yedu, patop 5-7 yedu. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. You know what, this is one of the guys that's just so easy going, and this is so to all the vetting officers out there who've come with me from the other platforms, and this is he's just so easy. Amaungonzo phone call yacho anatombotora nguva ango yakati ga naro baby rake zvake hana kana diri nezvakawanda, you know, sezvazviri. So that's amazing. Have you got anything else to say? I don't know.
No. Zvekutaura zvingashayika, but ngatipfuurire zvedu mberi, tinenge tichingopindurana tichiita tichifamba.
Anditika. Okay, so that's amazing. So what I'm gonna do is I will drop you now, and then I'll take the next caller, and then we'll catch up from behind the scenes after the show. How's that?
Okay, Bo, thanks.
Thank you so much, and I just have to say I really appreciate you so much, and for just coming out here and picking up that phone call as well, because I can imagine how hard it was even listening to me talking about my upbringing and my family, talking about how bad this woman is, and then in guys like you know, you are kind of like on standby wanting to know what's like a top 3 in Divanani, and that top 3 is not happening today either, which is kind of like a disappointment to everyone. But thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, thanks so much.
Iripo darling. Na yo tami yedu anditika kana tadzokera kuseruko. Exactly. Who do you tell when you... Yeah, that is. Iribo. All right. I'm going to drop you now, darling, and I'm going to get the next one. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. Darling, number something. I can't remember what number you were, but I'm going to call you now. You were at work, and I believe you are home now. So I'm going to ring you, and I'll ring the last one soon after this. Hi, darling. Your volume is quite low. Are you able to put it up a little bit?
I'll try.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No,
how are you?
It's perfect now. Hi, so good to hear you. Basa, what would you say?
Mwakadiko. Abaza tatiriko kumunda tachito. Senda works.
Right. So, darling, I think you were number 1? You were number 1, auntie? Yes.
Didn't the number one. So, and that's number one.
I like how you have so much confidence in your position. But so the reason I called you to come today is because seriousness is because with everything that has happened over the week, my family and myself opening up about my upbringing and all those things, they can put people off. I just asked all the guys to come back, and I'm so grateful and thank you so much that everyone has been willing to come back and talk about this. Shows how serious we are about what we're trying to do, and we understand each other, we dig each other. So nezvaitika izvi, are you still willing to carry on? What are your thoughts about what happened, everything that you've heard, and now about what's our position? Ndokutopera kwazvo here kana kuti tichiri kuenderera?
Ndinozvinotuza ndoda kutaura ndoda kupindura answer yako chacha.
Yeah.
Chekutanga ndechekuti wanditi ndimboita serious.
Because you're always serious.
Andigonera serious. Ndiri serious nezvandiri ndozvandotori. Chechitu ndakambokuudza umwe musi uya ndakataura kuti ina handibude zvokumhanya handisimudza maoko. Saka ndititoripo tikutochova. Saka nditotori kutokontesa nditotarisana nenumber one.
Okay, darling, I heard you. Ndazvinzwa shewe. I heard you.
Alright, ndauchitaura about zvakaitika. Chinhu chekutanga ndechekuti kana tichinzi mhuri tinouya zvakasiyana, ndosaka tichizvarwa zvakasiyana. Zvinoitika mhuri zvakasiyana. So vamwe vanoti kukika datya kana kuti kukaona dhongi rikawira mutsime ukati uri kurifutsira inongotoita mavhu kuti ribude wa. So anditi vaende kusimudzira ende zvakatori ini ndakatofara because pataitozopedza nguva tichibvunzana ko life yako yanga yakamira sei yakaita sei tichitadza kuti tichidanane ka ndakatoitirwa ma-assignment kudhara. Saka it's good kuti nini zvangu zvakatofaya wa.
Wow.
Ndochinzi nini family inotombouya uyodaro kuti uzvizoka wani kuti but nosangana ka tichingozva kuti ndo zvatiri hatina mwe nguva yekutambisa tichizobvunzana kuti kwakazoti pozi ndiri kutongopinda ka ndichizoti iyi ndo simbi yangu ende handitombodi kudhila nesimbi neti totoda simbi dzakasimba type yako iyoyo sanditoripo.
Oh, wow.
Answer yekuti undibvunza kuti ndiripo yakati ndakawithdraw hatidoneze mseve titoripo. Amene kana ane mubvunzo.
No, handina mumwe mubvunzo. I think you just nailed it, and yeah, I honestly I'm deeply humbled by everything every guy has come here and said, because I was expecting to shine on this one never face essay, but yeah, thank you so much, darling number one. I know you number one, and Rambo number one papo. I won't say too much.
Alright, unozama dira noitika nditi. What happens in life is a very simple thing. Life is like a web. You need another stream to connect to another stream to escape an which is a something. And life is like any game, you know, involve two parties, like 22 kana bora, kana relay, kana chichi.
Yeah.
And in any maybe I'm going to relay, maybe I'm going to start, but I'm going to finish and
right.
And I will going to defend, but I could go with and to go with and it. So having heard what had happened in your life and it from your family and hearing your response and the way you were expressing yourself, I liked it. And I was also reading like my comments. I will just tell you a brief about. If you listen to Oprah Winfrey, she was once raped when she was young, right? If she gives ordeal she went through, she's never lenient, she's never good, she's never a Jesus. MuZimbabwe tikaenda kuAmerica kuna Oprah akazviexpressa, tikadzoka kuZimbabwe ameno kana vakakurawo vanhu vakakura panguva yandakakura papa nemwe major street ainzi Chakwerini Prati. So Chakwerini Prati aiti history yake ainzi akarepwa, she was abused when she was young. Sana kuti aiti achitonga nyaya dzekuti macases akadaro, and then the men kana akati handina kudaro. Chakwerini Prati akwanisa kusunga ovhura kuti obvunza mufesi kuti waonei. Mufesi akaramba nditi ndomparambira ari kuita mhosva. Because Chakwerini Prati could cry, could scream achijaja munhu, because aitora situation yake oiisa pane munhu akaitwa. So whatever you were doing, that's very realistic. To whoever who contradict and you see you as somebody who is absurd, yeah, that's them. Maybe I don't see that because I'm blinded, because I love you. And if I'm blinded, I don't want to have someone in optician and I wouldn't ever want somebody, I wouldn't ever want to hear if it's a disease or having you as somebody I love and regarding you as someone who will be the best compliment to my life. I wouldn't, and I told you. So whatever you did, whatever happened, it molded you to be who you are. And I've appreciated it, and I have accepted it, and I'm willing to grab it with double hands and very strong ones. Those are my words for today. I don't know if you've got questions. I just said that. You still my number one girl. I still run for number one. I wouldn't ever back off on that.
Wow. Okay, guys. So this is the situation in front of me right now, and despite all the things I've been through, and I know I tell people that I'm broken, I'm still going through healing, and if there's anyone out there going through brokenness, this is actually a reflection to show that Panevamwevan who can see beauty in you, even though you're going through the storm. So this is really beautiful, guys. Like I don't want to lie to you, darling number one. I don't have much to say. We'll talk inbox, but you probably just literally logged the show right now. It's not just a show, by the way, guys. This is like real life stuff. When we're behind the scenes, we talk about real life with these guys, each one of them. And I don't know what picture it kind of like reflects out there. But it's like you whenever remove 1,000 or not hour now, and then you cut down to 7 or 5. What does that mean? This is reality. I put myself out there to say I'm gonna go through the process with you guys, other than imi munoenda muchinowanjira kuseri muchirara nevamwe varume venyu varimo mudzimba kana kuti you double cross your guys. Indiri kuzviita pachena. That's all, and you gotta have to respect that. Mondibatsira kuchuza nekuti ndichuzwe by one. You are all listening to this. Ndimi ma vetting officers acho. You're gonna help me. At the end of the day, I'm the one who's gonna choose. I might walk away with nobody. Maybe in the chat, I'm not ready. But at the end of the day, it's me. I'm doing this for me. And these guys, they've actually said, yeah, we are also looking. We've been looking for so long. And but you know what, darling? There's one thing that you said that example here, dongi rokutanzi dongi kana ririmo. When you first started as part of your introduction, you said dongi rikadonera mugomba vanhu vanoisa jecha kuitira kuti ribude. So jecha ndo randadiriwa panapa inini. Yeah.
Levels don't go away from that pit. And so when they were saying that, they were doing, man, I don't know, you are a family. I don't want to talk a lot. But what I tell you is, you are a family. And when I'm like, if I get a chance, I don't have any right to talk to your family because I'm part of it. One day, my wish is to be together to be one. That's what the family is. So at the moment, I'm just talking about not the family, but I'm talking about the situation. Right? You understand? The situation is the situation when that moment was happening, right? It was to pull you down, maybe to suffocate you, maybe to lose your esteem, right? But you were armed, right? You were ready. You showed who the Ketina is. You understand? So then, I'm just saying to you, that situation, I don't talk of the family because my belief is life is just like a circle or a ball. You go around, one day things will be fine. Whatever happened, one somebody will get conscience like, oh guys, yeah, we thought we would just kill this person. She's hard nuts. And then they will start to sip in back. To sip in like, oh, why don't you just fix things? And you are a family. You are born from a family. That's a fact. We don't run away from that. One person will start to repent. Because in any rebellion that happens, there is someone who spearheads it. And the person who has spearheaded it, one day will get the conscience and no, I did wrong. Then another turn back. And you see all the followers will also join in. And then the family regathers again. Understand? So what I'm just saying, then the family comes back to you, but the situation still will be written. You understand? So I never talked of the family. I talked of the situation. And then, like, if I get the chance, I don't push you to fix things. That's not my business. There is God. There is someone who knows what life is. But at the end of the day, but as no everything has got a reason, and God has got a better purpose to everything. Understand? So my belief in everything that we do, there is good in tomorrow. That's how I live.
Awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
Just that.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I honestly, I don't want to keep saying more because Ndrozati, you've got so much saying. Lyric chairoga. Bamfana mnaro. So I'm just gonna say thank you so much for opening up your heart in public like this. And the reason why we are doing this, the guys, they know this. We're gonna allow you guys to be our vetting officers. So for everyone who is watching, everyone who is actually for this, and some people were actually surprised, why am I doing this? I hope you have a little understanding of why me and these guys are doing this. And at the end of the day, these are matters of the heart. There's actually bigger things that are happening from behind the scenes. In Inango, I bring my issues up here. These guys, each one of them has got a story that they've confided in me with, which I value so much, and I respect them for that. Maybe one day, I'll be hosting them all to kind of like start sharing their stories. But I just have to say, the way they're pouring their hearts out here, it's amazing. And I saw someone commenting with Hans Chingororo and even say 5. I cannot get married to all 5. That's why I'll keep emphasizing on Kuti. Hey guys, I've got some bachelorettes who are on standby, and they are willing. They are women who've seen what I'm doing, and they're saying, hey, I also want to do what you've done. So I've created a group where women and men come together to chatanga with my sessions so during the weekend. Then Pama weekends we come back here and we do this bachelorette series where the bachelorette might be me, or it might be someone else, different bachelors. And the guys that I won't expose them. I won't mention their names, but they might get someone else from the ladies that are speaking up as well and looking for somebody. And I just have to say, to answer something else that you guys asked, you're all asking, where are these guys? I have to tell you, these guys, they are not in Zimbabwe. All of them so far that I've spoken to, none of them is in Zimbabwe. Yeah, there might be one or two who are in Africa, but they are not in Zimbabwe at the moment, even though they are originally from Zimbabwe. So yeah, it is amazing. So is it okay if I drop you now, darling number one?
No worries, thank you.
Yeah, we'll talk, and thank you so much for taking your time. And I know you had a big day at work, but I'm just gonna call out the next one, and yeah, we see how we go. Thank you so much.
Welcome, thank you.
Iribo, darling. All right. So we came up with this thing to say we call them darling 1, darling 2, darling 3, because we just want to keep them anonymous. And I know the way I say it is like, darling, darling. All right, now I'm gonna call my next darling. Oh, thank you. Look at your sparkling eyes. Oh, guys, you know what? Munondi pase manye. We're all the 5 of you. Now, next one. People, I can see you're trying to guess not Indian. Now, shades I have said weird because taku shades are number 2. 500, but there's gonna be maybe another 1 or 2 and phone after that. Okay, Ketina Chivasa. All right, I can't read that loud. Okay, but Murwana, guys, this is amazing. I love this. Thank you, ladies, to all the ladies who are reaching out through my inbox and everywhere else. Vachinyaso tarauti murguterera ipa vachitaura ma profiles avo, I hope. So that like pending one to ababa and darling number 5 or something. Just hold on, darling number 2. But most of the profile yakakatoitaura kudhara makamunzwa achitaura lyric kuna Ketina, it will probably be similar things or maybe even more that they will say to you. In Inangu, I just feel really, really, really grateful that I can have 5 men literally pouring their hearts out to me. In Ruto but I obviously need your help, guys, to choose kuti chaipo ne papi iribo. So hi, darling.
Hi, Ketina, how are you?
I am good. Good to hear you finally. Anzi, there you go.
I just hope I won't be even the last one. But anyway, I'm well. You are as bubbly as always. How are you?
I am good. Apparently, I am good. And I have to introduce you back to, you probably know already, Kutijo, why we are here. Because of what happened during the week, you know, all these issues about my family and me speaking up and me having interviews with on YouTube and having interviews with on Sismeli's diaries and everything else that is going around. Like, man, I'm actually probably Zimbabwe's worst enemy right now. But you made it to the top 5, and you're one of those guys that had said Ketina and but now with this thing that has come up, are you still saying the same? What are your thoughts about everything that happened? And ndokutopera kwazvo here kana kuti tichiritese? Ndokutopera kwazvo here kana kuti ndochema ndoita sei?
So I won't try to shoot down anyone, but I'll try to be as normal and rational as I can be. I'll try to be very brief. What I realized, Ketina, one thing I don't want to repeat. Saga Shikota or every Kuma, other platforms, but I just have to try to be very quick on issue. Your speaking out has been highly commendable. That's from me, that's my compliment. I highly value that one. I highly comment that one. Why am I saying that? It's because
Ketina, if I am to marry you today, I wouldn't want to lie. That cycle will repeat itself. Ndichada kukuratiza kuti ndiri shumba. Ndichada kukuratiza kuti ndiri chi. Why zvakadaro? It's because of it's more of a generation intelligence yatinotambidzwa nevabereki vedu. Chinenge chimuti chekunzi mwanangu ndo nhaka yako iyi. Where is that coming from? It's coming from, do you know, as boys togara pamatare, togara pasi tichidzidziswa by our elders. Mwana mukadzi haasi wekujaidza, you know, that kind of thing. Muri yako inofana kuziva kuti ndiri baba vari panapa. It's like you have that anarchy. It's more of a dynasty. You're only a king. And believe you me, even if your family submits, respects you, loves you, you're just taught to inflict that extra, you know, so that I don't know why. It's more of cultural. That's why we continue like that, and that's why we always continue like that. That's like I just think I'm very. That problem is more of a generational case. You're speaking out as well. So ndakumbopoinda to the conversation yakataurwa nababa nababa vako on that platform. He said, mwana wangu haangandifumure zvakadai. He said that, not kuti, kuza ataura mwana uyu, zviri kubva kupi, was it really like that? Because we stand for what is right. Kana chinhu chakashata, let it be said. Chakashata. We are never going to tolerate. Zvakashata, yes. Zvakashata full stop. Either zvaitwa nani. It's wrong, completely wrong, and we are never going to accept it better. Zvakashata. That one we are going to try by all means to hold on to that. Kuti no, chakashata, please, that is how. Now, kana chataurwa nemwana, vanhu vakuita ma-mixed feelings manje. No, hafani udaya. It wasn't supposed to be like that. Why? That's where my question is. Why? Get the facts first right, then togadzirisa tichienda way forward. Because like I said before, we are inheriting that abnormality. Right now, the only way I'll feel good as a man is when you guys are in pain. And no one, I won't allow anyone to tell me otherwise. Because those remove deep down in my innermost, in my core, because no, that is what it's supposed to be. But we now believe no, guys, we can be happy. This is not the real thing. This is not the real deal. We can hold on to what is more in culture. You see, we just can't hold on to that. Let us all be free. You know, a family made up by the head,
that is the father, the man, made up the woman is the helper. How good it is, the woman will be helping. It's an adequate position to help the man cannot do it on his own, all by himself. He can't. He needs a helper. He needs a helper, an adequate helper. If he was good, it's not sufficient kind of person, that helper. And then there are children. Everyone should be free. Everyone should be free to express. You were supposed to have told your parents, I mean, nowadays, Babas are not with that, guys. Could be talking about something different now. But now we are saying going forward, guys, there can be another way which is much better, which is much way better than what it used to be before. Why can't we just adopt that one? Where is it coming from? It's coming from principles, whether biblical or could be cultural, because of criteria here in different countries, I guess. But it's a normal culture not changing. Why can't we just change, make a paradigm shift from what it has been before into what it should be like? Mama, Baba, you should have done it like this, then you correct it. So because of flow was then go to night and so was the other way. Won't you be delighted? Won't you marvel at your son? So that is another way to do some other things that you did not, that you did not know. It will be good. So I'd like to say, in as much as we are imperfect, we are all not perfect. But what is wrong is wrong. We can do without that. We can afford to be happy for the rest of our lives. In nothing, I tell you, nothing will affect us and take us far all the days of our lives. Nothing will affect us. Any medical condition, just because it's always happy on a daily basis, it's suffering from this and that, it's suffering from this and that. I want to call it because I know far astray. No. But it is much stress with depression, with depression, with heart problems, with high blood pressure, coming from where? From situations that we create as people. So that story is just a tip of the iceberg. Everyone is going through a similar situation. We need help, Sarah.
Yeah.
But we might think, no, Katie is trying to be too positive. You have no idea how many things you try to hide behind. Those scary faces, those,
Yeah.
So, I think that's my contribution. I very much adore you. I very much adore your stance. It's quite helpful. You tell me my flaws. You tell me where I lack. It's not a competition being in a relationship. I'm saying being in a relationship is not. I see which is we now have to compete between you and me. We now have to fight. No. That's besides the point. But it's tinoita zvekuvaka tinenge tichitoti muri material inofana kuvakiswa something kuti chinhu chikure kama kuti big building of different materials. So I guess that's all about it. I just hope I'm just pleading everyone else everywhere, please, in as much as we are insecure, in as much as we try to hide behind our positions, let's just try to be real human beings. Humanity first. Just affect the other person. We don't need to go on. When are we going to stop? When is it going to stop? Won't stop. But as we have done, speaking it up, that's one step that will help us to realize no. It's high time we have to make a U-turn and leave everything that's not important. So with that, I raise my case. I would like to thank you again and again and again and again. I feel like I won't stop. Thank you.
I don't want you to stop. So thank you so much. No, I mean, I'm listening to you and I'm reading the comments as well. But I think when someone is talking more sense and everything, after listening to all the guys, I just thought you are our last caller, and I'm listening and you're summing it up so well, so much that like I think even the guys who've spoken before you, they're actually appreciating that you have come to round up everything so well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's quite an honor. I'd like to thank you. Yeah. I'd like to thank you the most. How lovely it is that when you speak, okay, fine. I didn't want to say this, but I just hope. I don't know why. I don't try to get offended. I don't try to get insulted, because I've realized in most cases, you realize there's this phrase, once or twice, where, in most cases, I don't want to laugh. Then so I will be like, But how good it is when before Namboku die, words were in real time. Then you act upon that. Then you just laugh over it later. Do you know, paper one was the paper I was looking at, I was trying to, go this way, go this route. But then when you told me, I changed my course of action. Is it not possible to live in harmony, to live in happiness? Is it not possible? If I may just ask you now, is it not possible?
It is possible. It is very, very possible. That's why I'm here. That's why we talk about all these things as well. Yeah.
This entity, family. No. Can we try something else? Can we just try to shift our mindset? Completely shift our mindset. Then try. A different version for the rest. The boy or a girl. And people confuse happiness or kusununguka nekuteererwa kana kuti disrespect. No, it's not like that. Respect inenge iri in its place, inenge iri po. Mwana akatonzwa kuti baba vauya andozva kuti baba vauya. Kwete nekutya, kwete nekukuta, anotongoziva kuti because ndi baba and he has trained that respect that is supposed to be there. Is in the position, is positioned well. We won't go overboard. Mukati anotoziva kuti uyu murume, she won't go overboard. Murume anotoziva kuti uyu mukadzi, he won't go overboard. We keep in our lane. We keep in our lane. Then we help each other. No. Keti, let's try this way. No. You tell me. Let's go this way. That is when everything is being done in love. Love, right? I embrace everything else. Then even my hardships are no, they come. My misunderstandings, they come, yes. But we won't be focusing on them. Why? Because love is much more greater. Inenge ichita overtake everything. Kana even muna achitsilwa, anenge achitsilwa in love, with love. Even kurowa chaiku, mwana anorowa in love. But azvitisiye tine mascars, azvitisiye tine unhu in our heart. I would be very much happy to go back to the family, to go back home. Because we know, and we so much wish we do. When I go back home, even that other I would know it. One way or the other, channel so much. I so much wish. It is just my wish that can't we just do that and forget about it. We always say life is too short, but I don't know in what context do people put that.
You want me to answer that in the context you don't know what tomorrow brings, and you don't know whether you're gonna make it to even to the next day. That's why we say life is too short. So live today like as if it's your last. I often say to people, love like as if it's your last day. Paunotaura, just like you've done. You spoke like as if this is your last time talking. After this, you love like as if it's your last. You talk like as if in a microphone to say, speak Ketina, I give it my all. So you give your all with everything, because you don't know if you're going to make it to the next hour, if you're going to make it to the next day, if you're going to make it to the next year. So why not live everything in greatness and just enjoy life to the fullest? And by the fullest, that's what you go and be stupid. But life is too short. Yeah.
Not at all. So we can make the best out of it.
Yeah.
We can make every moment the best out of it. Because we don't know. Right, so I think that's all I had to say.
Okay, it looks like, you know what, darling? Number two. I actually think I'm gonna bring all these guys one at a time and just give them the whole platform. Could you treat a 1 hour with each guy and let them talk and let them pour out their hearts? This is something that I'm just discovering right now. And to all the viewers out there, I know but this is like real life stuff going on here. These guys are real people that I actually talk to from behind the scenes. They've got their own stories that they would should they be willing to tell, they'll tell you. And muchazona kuti vanhu hadzitongori nzenza dzodzivarume dzinongoti chero patakabira. They're actually seeing something great in me, and I'm grateful for that as well. However, having said that, for those who are appreciating everything that darling number 2 has said, darling number 3, number 4, number 5, number 1 has said, I just want to say thank you so much all for all your support. And for those who found it a little bit boring and overboard, unfortunately not everything that I do, that we do, is for everyone, but I believe there's one person, one child, one woman, one mother, one father, one man, one, you know, somebody's gonna be touched and influenced by the things that we are doing here right now. My jokes aside sometimes, you know, and I know people are used to insulting each other on this platform or on these platforms. Those who are on my advocate page, you know how I control my page quite strictly to say it's all for encouraging people. And I actually pray that there's somebody who's going to come out of here and learn something from this. We are not here to kind of like judge each other on. If you choose to judge, that's fine, it's up to you. You can spend the rest of your life judging me, judging my boys here. You know, these are my darlings, and we have a thing going on here. So ashoto angabude atitomborine kana basa nekuti anzi pazoita ma views 5 kana kuti 20. I know from those 20 viewers I can't see really how many people are in them. It doesn't matter. It's not about the viewers anymore. It's about the little change that we can make from talking to 1 or 2 or 20 people who can go back home and start changing the way they do things, changing their mindsets, changing their attitudes, changing the way they will go and do things when they go back to Zimbabwe, because this is just the start of something very small. You're going to iwewa wanzo kuti caller number you know, darling number 2 ataura mapoints ekute kuti ndinotora ma notes as these guys are speaking. And I know these live videos are going to be available. I'll post them as well outside of Facebook as well, so that like people can access them. Vasiripa Facebook, they can access them from somewhere else from my other platforms. But at the same time, what we discuss is not for everyone. Just understand that there's no need to throw insults and judgmental comments. We are not here for everybody. We might be here for the one person who needed to hear this, one parent, one father who had abused their child, one girl who had been abused and not be able to speak up. And I'm so grateful that I've got these men who are so full of wisdom, I have to say, their own experiences, and they've listened to my story. I'm not ashamed that they listen to my story. They know what I've been through. Kwa mimi murukupina ma relationships musingataure chokwadi kuti makambobatwa zvibharo ndosaka muri kutitsamura muchita hasha panapa. Because when you were abused and you never told anybody. Vamwe varume, you abuse somebody, that's why you're pedophilia, mama pedophiles. You need to speak up and talk about it. Because those things you were groomed when you were young, now because I realize that we don't want to live and walk on eggshells, you know, for the rest of our lives. So learn something from this, take something positive. Don't always be here to spread negative energies. That's not up to you to decide what I want to do with my life. This is working for me. These 5 guys, they are the best encouragement that I've ever had, and all the other guys that I've spoken to. So you choose what you want to do with your lives, and guys. And if you want to follow through with this, we are going to be moving on to our top 3 very soon. And I couldn't do the top 5, the top 3 today because obviously of the things that happened. But please respect us, respect my guys, respect one another. Per comment section, please respect. If I had admin rights, I would probably be doing something about the comment section right now, because these are real life issues where we are hoping that people can learn something. If it's not for you, just move on. Find other platforms. Block me. You don't have to follow every post. So you just have to choose your battles. You don't have to be so full of foul language and judgmental comments all the time. Voice writer say, those with ears will hear. You are not perfect. At least this is yani kanyadze lupanapa moti batsira moti jaja. Next thing is quiet for New Zealand. We'll be going out there running. Okay. So just really, I don't know if anyone has ever come to these platforms speaking sense. I'm gonna be doing that because I choose to live my life for greatness. And if you are used to just going out there behind the closed doors, miserable, depressed and anxious, maybe we can change the way we treat each other. We can start respecting one another and being a positive influence to our nation. It starts in platforms like this. People spread the hatred and hurt and insults and foul languages. Let's do something good. Okay, even if it starts with me coming here with it doesn't matter. I might end up without, maybe none of these guys is gonna end up with me. Maybe please, you know. And I bless you all so much. And for every guy that has spoken today, thank you so much, guys. Like I said before, these guys are so brave that they actually said, I am coming and I am going to speak. I had no idea what they were going to say, but the fact that they were all in support, I just really want to say thank you so much, my darling. Number two, we do have connections, and with each and every one of these guys, there's things that I discuss with them from behind the scenes, and it's just beautiful. I can't even compare it with anything else. You guys can bash me here, and they are not available at the same times. I'm not encouraging people to do the same thing, but this is me putting myself out here so that when the other bachelorettes, I don't know if we still have time, it's 24 past, it's 2 hours, 24 minutes. I may have gone way past my timing. I'd actually given myself 2 hours, 30 minutes to do this, and I'm on 2 hours, 24. I had actually thought that I was going to get some bachelorettes to come and just share something about themselves, and hopefully instead of just having one bachelorette for all these men that are calling in, we could have 2 women or more than 2 women actually coming and putting themselves out here so that the men can have more than just one choice. So that's what's happening. And for those who didn't know, we started a page yesterday, or I started a page yesterday, and I do have a few friends of mine here who have joined me as moderators, and I'm looking at getting some of them to be admins and everything like that. It's beautiful. We have it in such a way that, just so I can say this, we want people to come and be as real as they can, become the way you are. And it's great that I'm that example myself, that I am broken right now, and I'm on the mend. I don't know if I'm still broken, but I say I'm broken because obviously there's things I know I'm not perfect, and memory broken. It's actually broken. Some of us know yani kama brokenness elu, but you have to acknowledge that you are not okay. You are broken for healing to take place. So what we have decided to do is, whether you are a widow, you are a widower, you've been single all your life and you don't know why, maybe they celebrate when they see you doing something else. In kuma singles group, what we'll do is we'll give you a platform to discuss, to share your story if you are willing, but you have to be authentic, you have to be honest, because when you meet someone from the group, wozotanga kunzwa kuti ane vana 15 wakadi kuzvitaura uri mugroup kana kuti achiri kudanana achiri married. We want everything to be out in the open. So what I'm doing here, we're going to be doing it in the group over during the week, where I'll have a platform. So if you are looking to meeting someone, you are looking to heal like some of us are, but you hope you meet somebody, because isusu tichiri hope, even though we are broken. Being broken doesn't mean to be useless and pathetic and miserable and depressed and anxious. Why are you still running? Why are you still getting up and doing live shows? Depression because life is not going well for me. You build up on resilience. The more stuff ups you come across in your life, the more resilient you become. That's me. I've had so many setbacks in my life, so much that that last year I will never hit bottom hard rock ever again. Saka edzai nichatomboya pana pane live yokuti ndichi vanhu chimbotry kutuka tuone kuti zvinoshanda here, mamvengerens especially. Vanhu munotuka nezvimwe zvokuti, like, you have to think, why are you doing this? How is this helping you? Sorry, do you mind just muting yourself a little bit? How is this helping you? How is this helping the other people who are reading your comments? So this, hopefully this will teach us. I know the topic it's about bachelorette and bachelorettes, but and you think you're happy. Why are you here? Why are you here? Bachelors and bachelorettes. Yes, and I'm still going through counseling and I'm going through therapy, and I encourage people to go through therapy as well, but do something for yourself, something you're passionate about. I'm passionate about varume manje. So kana muine godeni maybe makapinda mudzimba dzokuti you're going through abuse right now, uyaiti taure, platform yangu is gonna be open for that. Pane vamwe venyu mungori nemamarriages emazita chete panapa, isusu ndo zvatiri kuti hatisi kuda. Would rather come together isusu masingles, and some other married people are welcome into our group as long as musingauye kuzotudza zvituko zvenyu zvinosemesa zvakadai. So we want people who are there to build us. Anditika so inini muchandiguta pamvenge ndiri kuuya kuzomvengereza ipapapa, tichagadzirisana, tichaita bot, tichajairirana. Then those who are on my other page, sorry guys, I know I'm getting a little bit overboard, it's because vanotuka vanhu ivava tofamba mbiri yekutukana. We are gonna keep things the way they are. Tinodanana isusu, tinokandirana malove nemalikes, tinotoziva kuti kana kauya vanhu vasina madhiri tinotovaona kuti avo vabva nepi kwavo, vanozongona vanongoretreata, vanongodisappear pasina kana ataura navo, tinongoignores. So I filter comments, I don't read negative comments from you guys, I just read beautiful. I love you too guys, I love you. But mwezi zvese zvandinangana basa nazve handidye kumba kwenyu. Futi vhudzi rangu chiro rakashata nderangu inini. I love my curls. Vamwe toshauta kuti womawanepo macurls akaita ungangu. New Zealand guys, this is a European country. We don't have hairdressers here. There's only one, I think, across the road. You book her once in 2 months, and if you're lucky you can get her. So musasure muchida kuda kuonerewa zvevhudzi zvapinda pavi. We're talking matters of the heart here. Antika. So I love you guys. I don't know if you've got anything else to say, darling.
Yeah, I think also that
nothing. Ndavarisa.
Yeah, you've said you've heard me on almost everything else. Okay, thank you.
All right, ndokubata kuseru.
No, that's fine.
All right, thank you, darling. Thank you so much. Okay, so that was darling number 2, and I think I'll end it. There's somebody that I was gonna call. Let me just check if she is available. Sister, are you available? I'm gonna give you a call right now from my old number. I'm gonna give you a call right now. Right. If you're available, if you've got a time, you know who you are. I'm just calling you right now to see if you're available, and if you are free to talk even for 2 minutes, that would be awesome.
Hello?
Hey, sister, darling. Hi, what's up?
Hello. Nothing. I am just listening to what's going on. I was really quite interested in reading the comments, and I just want to say, people, you need to check yourself before you come to this group. Please, we're about positivity and encouraging and building each other. If you've got an issue, please take it somewhere else. We don't appreciate those comments whatsoever. We need to grow up and become ladies and gentlemen, okay? Yeah, because it's just disgraceful really for grown-up people to behave like that. We don't have time for that. We've got time to live life when it comes. This is why people are in this platform. Ketina is not shy to talk about her story. She came as she is. She's got her hair. She's got what she looks like. So if you've got a problem, please move on. She is real. What you see is what you get. That's what we need. We need people who are real, who are honest, because people have been really struggling to have relationships, and people from home as well you've got lots of skeletons in your closet that you need to come out with them and be honest with yourself so that you can find love. You need to heal yourself first before you find love, and this is the platform to do it, because we don't judge you, accept you as you are. If you need any support, we will give it to you, but do not come with negativity, please. And all those gentlemen, they were so sweet, and I'm really humbled to find men who can speak like that, because there are very few in 1,000. It's like you're finding a needle stuck in a hay, and we feel blessed right now that we've got those gentlemen around us. They're going to build our children, they're going to build our future. That's the future we want, of people who are positive and honest with what's going on behind closed doors, and we deal with it face to face all together as families. That's what we're doing here. We're building new families, nuclear families, which are supportive and encouraging, loving and caring. That's all about. Please, guys, thumbs up for you guys, and I hope the right one wins, and you're so cute and smooth.
Watanga manje, watanga. Yeah, no, thank you so much. No, well summed up right there. I mean, just so you know, this group, I was catching my feelings, because this group knows what and that's the notion that we found visa pamazimbos. Artists to know visa, but this will just come in with what we have, and you guys, you'll get used to this. We will keep coming here with what we have. Trukuyani marudo pana apa. Varuda varume, varuda vakadzi, uyai ku group tifare, titaure, varukurwadziwa. It doesn't mean what you don't deserve love. Yaiti tauri vamwe yoda uzvidza kunge muri mashurugwi imi makapora kudhara izvo mune maskeletons akazara mawardrobe moti pamuri kunzwa chitauro nyaya dzekuti tairohwa mumwe ari kuti neniwo ndairohwa asi handidi kuzvitaura pandiri kuti takabatwa zvibharo muti neniwo ndakabatwa asi handidi kuzvitaura. Taurai nyaya dzenyu and be set free. Ndo saka takavhura magroup uko isusu. So those who are willing to be listened to in a confidential kind of like setup yokuti hatisi kujudge ana ukati judge atinokublocker, get out, booted, puma wena. So atidi totolaita zvinhu zvokuti zvinovaka mhuri, zvinovaka isusu as people, and we get our healing, and zvozovaka nyika yedu yeZimbabwe whatever country you are in.
Definitely. We have to start from somewhere, guys. Come on. We've come a long way. Look at us. We're just everywhere and anywhere because what? There is no love in ourselves. So we need to find love. We need to make it now. We need to do it now. And everybody needs to be so loved up and be happy regardless of whatever you've got, honey. Bring it on and get loved up here right now. Oh, come on, guys.
Yeah. Awesome. Yes, and Tenders Art, I see you. If you want to call in, I can call you right now. We were just talking about, I had my 5 guys that were on the top 5, and I know you just came in, and I just came here to say, okay, is the Bachelorette still gonna go on, considering what I went through with my family? People going to, are the guys going to actually develop cold feet because Ketina pindrani nemuri kumba kwavo nenya dzese dzakabuda dziya dzimwe dzacho dzenema and everything. Me speaking up about all the abuses, the cycles of abuses that I shared from when I was young. Is that going to put the guys off? And apparently, just to update you, Tenders, if you were not here, every guy out of all the 5, they've all come and said we are still game on, even though we had a few things attached to gadzirisa. So that's amazing to just see something like that happening. That means we're talking about that unconditional love, where when a guy says I'm after a woman, they mean it. And then we had somebody who came senior Uncle Keva, and we're gonna bring that into our next platform. Tenders, if you wanna be part of that panel, that would be awesome, because I know you're one of my brothers. We're so full of wisdom. I love you so much. And it will be awesome to have you on board. He's talking about you to kuseva kazi vasingati yengewo muruti tinyengeyo ana Ketina. Why can't you come after us? Kuti kana nono Tenders urimfesa ribo. Why can't I just come and say Tenders inini zvandinoda unazvo iwewe ndotozvida izvi ndotoda utokunyenga utoku, you know. So
that is smoking.
Yeah. Okay. So Tenders says I can call him now. Regandi ndikudonedze chimoko, and then we're gonna have our topic here, and I think Tenders is one of the panel as well. So I'm gonna drop you now, and thank you so much. I love you so much, and thank you for having my back. These are my confidence. No one's my confidence. I would like, no matter how much you mess up, and Ketina, you messed up here, and when you're doing right, you've done so well, and we strengthen each other. Ketina, how are you? They check on me before every live video, after every live. How are you doing? Have you got friends like those kind of, you know? So I'm gonna get Tenders, and for those who know Tenders, I'm gonna drop you, darling. Darling sister.
Okay, thank you.
I love you, and we'll chat later. I know you're at work. All right.
Bye.
Bye. All right. I'm not saying people's names. I just leave people to say, yeah, okay. For those who are wanting to be added to the group, I'm going to share the group as a comment later. I'm going to ring my brother here. Tichaenderera nasi truda zvinhu zvakanaka panapa. Zvinotoita chete. All right, so I've got my brother here.
Hello.
Tenders, hi.
Hi, Ketina, how you doing?
Oh man, you have no idea. Kungonzwa voice rako sinotoziva kuti zvakutoita pano paplatform nhasi. Ndakaona zita rako ndikati unouya kumamvengerenzi wewe. No, I am good. I'm sure you followed through some of the issues that Chitika between me and my family and everything. You can be honest. I don't mind. I think I've developed this skin from the last few days. Just your views and whatever you want to say about all these other calls the ones of and developer, and it has actually made so many people end up leaving because of the way people can be just so, attack mode all the time. Not that it matters, but it's something that to say Zimbabwe is because of people like this. So yeah, you take over, bro.
Okay, so Yutanga, I think everybody from Zimbabwe, Canada, Zimbabwe. I don't know Zimbabwe is it. Paspezo, Aruda, Arku, my problems. I could have family perfect. The reason why Nudaro, that's okay. That shouldn't remove you, or that shouldn't even be something to put you down. Those are you went through what you went through, you're still alive. Through what you went through, Bangarus Patar, Bangawana Maziso, Bangawana Makumbo, Bangawana Morizo. A lot of people will quickly say that, okay, that's fine. At least you have the confidence. You have the confidence of somebody as a Zimbabwean woman, as an African woman, to come forward and speak of the realities that you've gone through. Why am I saying this? If we really look into our history as blacks around the world, and that has been the norm from the beginning of, I don't know, slavery or apathy or whatever you want to call it. Now, when it comes to my family's here, I my favorite children. Manipulate my relationships, same siblings. And last cultural disadvantage you as a jail child just but my family feuds was really and truly, as far as I'm concerned, you did exactly what you were meant to do. You went through what you went through, but you did what you did to survive. Today you are alive. Bandiri is enough. Yes, but sometimes your parents say, you know what, okay, maybe I love my family too much. Maybe, just maybe, and the wrong person says, but your wrongness was probably for the right reason, or your rightness was for the wrong reasons. And also, but don't worry about him, but my results are my results are it's like an experiment. But my experiments are not but I have something else. You as an individual, you are one angle, you could publicly you're speaking about your stories. But they know the abuse they've gone through as women. They know the abuse they're going through as married women. And before that, was the time I just up a level, to share some of the things you shared, some of them very sensitive and personal. Well done to you. And I'm not there to judge you, and I'm not there to on the same. But when I'm in Zimbabwe, Kumbira was on Muti. Karamunatara something. Check it out, I am booking the Mwari. Check it out, our message with Ivan. Check it out, the opinion wage was kept our van. I'm a Zako, Bangladesh, I'm a Zenjas, as someone on one night. I'm a Zenjas, I don't know Rombo, Dano Shantami Shonga, President Mari, Jambu, Africa, but he doesn't even know. amadzenza munodyaradzo mundiro imimi todzikusirai poison dzimba chadzo dziri kuramba kumira varume chamuri kuvashaya vakadzi vamuri kuvashaya nhumbu hadzisi kubata vana venyu vari kungodzengerera pamusoro painyika havasi kuziva zvavari kuita vamwe vabereki venyu vakatokurasai vakatokuramba asi vari vapenyu kune vanhu dzinonzi nherera iwe Ketina ka asi vabereki vakaita sei varipo vari vapenyu kuita nherera vachiri vabereki vacho vakatofa zvavo but vabereki vavo vangainorudo nevana vavo. You understand? Saka iwe unofanira kuziva chinhu one Ketina kuti Mwari ka havapenge ende Mwari haasi mwana wemunhu, munhu ndiye mwana waMwari. Wakanzwa? Usambofa wajaidza vanhu kuti vakakutuka ka wobva wabatikana usabatikana kumapindura. Why? Chakaipa chaunofanira kugadzirisa iwewe be that day. Iwe unotofanira kunge wachinhu chakanaka pazvinhu zvese zvataura. Just be calm, do your interviews. Diita zvaunotaura nekuti you don't want this to come back as and hit you next. I wish I didn't say that. Oh, I wish I, you know.
Yeah.
Ngoita sezvakutaura vanhu vanga vanotaura ukandirwa zuda ipapapa vachishona zvekutaura ukaisa vhudzi rako iroro vachaona zvekutaura ukaiswa mabraids kana madreadlocks acho vachaona zvekutaura. So whatever you do in life you're not doing for people, you're doing for yourself. Vana vako Ketina, vana vako chiitira vana vako ziva murume acho achikunyenga iwewe murume anokuda iwewe achakutora iwe nevana vako andini because iwewe hauna chawatadzira munhu pakuuya kwawaita panapa wakatotadzirwa uri kutsvaga help but help yako iri kutobatsira vamwe vanhu anozwa vangakutuke vachadzoka vachiteeravo live ike vachitodzidza kuti Ketina akambotaura zvakati Ketina akambotaura zvakati. Problem yatinayo maZimbabwe ndeyekuti kana ndikasava pastor ndikava ndichiparidza hanzi hauna maqualifications ndikauya panapa ndisiri president ndichikudzudza kuti nyika yakaoma nyika inofamba so ndonzi hauna maqualifications but ane maqualifications pano ndudze yekutuka mumwe mwana womumwe munhu ndiani. We shouldn't be doing that. Zvinhu zvatinoita sisi maZimbabwe nzika zvinotomakisa tinonezomakisana kumakisana chechevo ina mukeni kuundurwa inini ndakatodzidza kuti kutuka ukana usingatukwe panyika something is not right. Ukatoona ndori nevavengi ka ndori bo ndosaka Mwari vakati I will prepare a table in front of your enemies. Havapenge unondora. When God said I'll prepare a table in front of your enemies because vaiziva kuti vavengi vavo ndovanenge ari mapfiwa acho pamusoro pavo patafura yekuti ivo vari pasi pako iwe uchidya wakagara vai patafura iwe. So don't worry about what people are saying. You're a woman, you're an African woman, you're a black woman. We've seen people crying over, and well done, actually, congratulations for standing up for black people in New Zealand when you did your thing for Black Lives Matter. And unozvari chiri kundishamisa panapa vanhu vacho vamwe ndovaitoomhanya paFacebook vachitaura kuti hanzi Black Lives Matter but vanoona chikutukewo. Saka Black Lives Matter wavari kutaura ndeukupi kungohakira zvimwe zvinhu zvisinganzwisisiyo but Black Lives Matter actually means Ketina, means tenders, means chamunorwa, means ariani. The world is crazy right now. Dai vanhu vatomboziva zvavo kuti zvinhu zvatikunetsana chitukirana panapa. We think it is a joke, uchirundura munhu chitukira. You're wasting time. You're actually wasting time because my problems ekuti uri kudiaspora akawanda acho imhepo dziri kusimudzwa nevanhu vari munyika yeZimbabwe. Vanhu vari kusimudzirana mhepo unondotaura. So iwewe kuti ugarisane nemhuri yako zvimwe zvacho walk away, don't mention anything, don't say anything. Zvina uzibvise pavari ka wonyara uzira life yako. Kana uchina ng'anga unobvunza chii chakaitika enda kung'anga. Kana uchina maprofita unobvunza chii chakaitika wena maprofita. Chautaura ichokwadi wazinzwa. Hapana chiri pasi pezuva chakarambwa naMwari kunze kwezvinhu zvakaipa. Kana uchida chinonzi chokwadi kana uchina pasi pemvuro chinochitsvaga chokwadi chinonzidzura Ketina. Usarambe uchichema kuudza hama dzako, usarambe uchirwadziwa kuudza hama dzako, usarambe uchinetswa ndokuda kwevavengi. Vavengi vagara vanovenga ndobasa ravo. Usazvibvunza kuti wai vachikuvenga. Haufe wakaita two Ketinas, there's only one of you. And make sure your legacy is what you leave behind. So that vana vako kana vakufamba vanenge vachiti vachiti amai vedu nditi vakaita zvakati. Wazinzwa? Kana murume acho achikunyenga iwe ngauye achiziva kuti une vana vako. Ngauye achitoziva kuti hongu wakataura nyaya dzakaitika. But zvakaitika chikuru ndechekuti iwe hausiri mwana mudiki wekuti unomira kuti baba namai vakubvise kana kuti madziwa aiwa wakutobviswa vana vako madziwa. Vakadzi vekuZimbabwe vakawanda, you are suffering in silence. You need to stand up as sisters. Ketina is a pillar of sisterhood. Madi kubatana naye machigara pamwe chete machibatsirana kuti kana makuzosangana nevarume nyange vari mazimbabwe nyange vari vekupi moziva kuti aiwa pachokwadi ndechekuti isusu tiri vakadzi ngatite zvakadzaka tibatsirane totonetawo kuzwa kuti hanzi ai varume vezimbabwe havaita varume vezimbabwe havaita okay utaura mudhara wako here utaura sekuru wako here hanzvadzi yako here utaurani handizvi because the way things are right now in this world things are crazy. I don't know if they're the last days. I don't know the chi, but pamberi pamwari amanaka ukaona munhu anobuda pachena sezvaitona Ketina Chivasa nyadzaka omaudayisoka hama dzangu tinavo vana vadiki vari kubatwa chiparo kunzoka kurine vanhu vandachitaura navo like hapana kana mahours munhu amai vanoudza maboyfriends paderi handizvi amai vari kuuya nemaboyfriends pamba pane mwana musikana uzondikutaura asi mwana musikana akazobatwa chi ne1 boyfriend yamai vacho musiwo amai vakatora chikomba chemwana vakarara nacho saka chindiudzai kuti chii chikuitika panyika ukaona mune mukadzi achichema sezvekuti Ketina izvi wararai varume navanakadzi kuti vanhukadzi tigone kubatsirana tinzwisise kuti chii chikuitika munhu wese ari kutambura panyika nenhamo dzakasiyana-siyana but let's not point fingers at somebody and blame someone kune vanhu vane utsinye tinozviziva if you think you've had enough today let that be the day unoti enough is enough zvimwe zvinhu ndinonyazoziva kuti ari kukonzeresa maproblem ekuti inini naKetina sanga dzaunotesa nembyaro let's go face them kana pane chinhu chanofanira kuziva vanhu vanoita sei vanokavhirana vanhu vanokavhirana kunyanya pane zvinhu zvakaipa kazhinji kacho mazimba tinokavhira munhu ari kuita zvinhu zvakaipa more than munhu ari kuita zvinhu zvakanaka ukaona munhu aita zvakanaka anozanzi kuti hanzi muroyi but ari kukuroya ichaichai hamumbofamba kamubufura kuti ari kuroya vanhu so nyau yako iwe Ketina haisi nhau yokuti hanzi ihombe vanhu vatoremerwawo nekukudzwa kuti mashoko akanaka Ketina weutano havazvigone asi musi unonzi iwe waenda kana kuhollywood iwo vanenge vakumhanya newe vakusunudza chikwangwani chakanyorwa Ketina unzwa tinoda zvinhu handiti tinoda zvinhu zvisingatide the moment we stand with you Ketina from this moment the better Zimbabwe will be tomorrow. The moment we stand with anybody ari panapa kana ana mukoma masimba kana vana sister Meli vanani vese vari kumiririra vamwe vanhu kubatsira munhu and I love that as an artist that's my job that's my duty that's what I talk about kuti vanhu ngandibatsirane tisimudzirane politically physically mentally spiritually any kali that you think of any kali whatever izvo zvacho let's work together tibatsirane handiti zvokunzi marwadzo anopora nhasi ya ndakambonyora hangu mwe musi ndikati amanaka munhu auzoti iwe just move on hakuna chinonzi move on musanyeperana if it took me 40 years it took me 50 years kutaura nyaya yekuti kana kuti munhu achitaura nyaya yekuti akabhiswa what makes you think he can move on in 5 weeks what makes you think kuti munhu achapora in 2 days it can't so stop allowing your mouth to open uchitaura hanzi move on you're dwelling kana kuti you're doing this ngatisamboda kunyeberana mwana vakadzi pano munoyazoziva chokwadi mimi kuti umwe unhu wenyu wamuri kuita panapa hauna kumira musha zvinobva pai zvinobva pakurwadziwa kwenyu kwamunavo taurira naye build sisterhood for Zimbabwe handiti build sisterhood for Zimbabwe zvia zvokuti unoziva Ketina vanhu vakazokuona mangwana haufambi uchiti ndindakauziva kutora zvakati vanongoona pakanzi Ketina vakati wow mwari akataura musuya pana Ketina. A lot of people are waiting for angels in the mapapiro dzedze vanhu vachipfuura ngiro dzakafanana newe dzakafanana vamwe vanhu vese vari pana handiti ndozvavanofunga ndozvavanodzidziswa inini I will tell you the truth Ketina mwana wamai ndakamboudza before usavhundutsirwe handiti kana munhu asina nyanga usatye haisi nzou haisi shumba harisi guru chero asina muswe handiti usavhundutsirwe
You
wonder.
Yeah.
Etara?
And actually, you're still there. Like that's so cool. My echoes could background, but
very nice.
Let me hear. Yeah, I think it's gone.
On this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will tell you the vanhu vangaseke kana vanhu vangatukirire kana kuti sei but Ketina the step you are right now chimwe chandinotoziva ndechekuti time dzekuNew Zealand ka iterms Zimbabwe, iterms America, iterms UK, Zakasiana. So why argue with someone as New Zealand? You said times why argue with them? But we are not all the same. We are so different. And we need to learn to live with our own differences. Why? Because the journey that we all have gone through, it's not an easy one. But what makes us people is how we can learn to live with our differences. So to say that, but it's the truth. Whenever guys are shy utara naye sizoketeza ngaba uye vana mai vari panapa mimi uyaizvenyu mutsvage Ketina uyaizvenyu sunungukai mutaura Ketina akudzidzisiwo zvimwe zvinhu zvaakadzidza mukurohwa kwakaita mukutuka kwakaitwa kana kuda sei anonzi andipindure munhu anyora anonzi Bridget no Bridget Ketina is a sister to me. I'm not secure in any sport whatsoever.
That's why I'm laughing.
No. Ketina is a sister to me. I can't, those guys, she can't concentrate on my negative comments. Because I don't think you understand the level of but your books that you've written, links by Amazon up. You can exhibit your story. You can exhibit your story to the New Zealanders. You can exhibit your story to anybody because you are a product of pain. You're a product of hate. You're a product of Africa. You're a product of love. You're a product of everything. You're a human being. For the sake of humanity, take yourself into a position in which you cannot choose one and my characteristics are not your healing process, guy. Even though the and then the truth is one word. You make your own decisions. You make your own decisions. Is the comment section that's okay. At least you learn.
Yeah.
And then Rampa Wagaita Omira Ipapo. Isa usazobhuma uzokujeza mapesa wangoda zokushanisa nokuthukira nolese very cool. Very cool. But just continue doing what you do.
Wow. This is the longest I've ever been silent for when someone is talking. And I just really have to say thank you, Tenders. And just to affirm what is just said, yes, this is my brother. And we come a little bit way back. We've shared a few platforms together. That's how I know his strength and he knows what my strengths are in terms of like my topics and my experiences are kind of through. And I am praying and hoping that people can learn something. And I saw some comments on I only just saw him on the comment section just a few minutes ago, and I thought, oh my goodness, he's away from Vingerian as well, which is so good. So I do hope that at the end of the day we'll get more people like, you know, who come here and just pour out their hearts. He's not just saying this for me and whenever I do something Chisiri right, he will say it passionately the same way he's saying it right now. And I'm telling you, one of those people that I say I can listen to. You're not going to narrow here and there, but here's a way of coming around it and making me understand. And then okay, speed, and Ketina, you know. But there are people who understand. And this takes me down to saying, I was just looking at something here on one of my blogs where I wrote something about Kutanzi. There would be 3 types of people around us to help us reach our destinies as children of God. One, confident, and I've said this in so many other platforms, which Tenders is one of those people that I look at as my confidence, and there's quite a few of them. You heard my sister before, Brosh, who came here as well. We've been through a lot. She's been through abuse as well. You'll hear her story. She shared her story with me. when I was sharing with Zim I, which I'm not a fan of Zim I anymore. They've abused me. So confident, a person with whom one shares a secret or private matter, trusting them not to repeat it to others. That's a confident. These are people these people will love me unconditionally. They are into me, whether I'm right or wrong. They are not afraid to tell me when I'm wrong, because they're so into me. They are in for the long term. Whether I end up in prison or in hospital, they are there for me, with me, and they'll come and check on me. I can share anything with these people. My confidence, they are for me, I'm for them. They can confront me about anything without any hesitation. They get into my face. There is not many of these. You are blessed if you can find more than 5 of these in your life, but we all need a confidence so that we can be who God called us to be. And I'm just confirming that this is one of my confidence. I shouldn't actually be saying it, but I'm just letting you know that this is one of the guys that I actually do chat to behind the scenes to cover my platform sometimes. So they say, how are you feeling? How are you? How's my brother, how's my sister? That's amazing. So kind of like this, like he said, I don't want to repeat. Then my constituency. So I said there are 3 parts. Constituency. These are not into me, but into what I'm for. Some of you, that's what you're for right now. It's just when I'm into like the men, Bachelorette, because you want this thing that I've started, but you are not my confidence at all. So these are not into me, but they are in for what I'm for. So if they are for what I'm for, they'll follow and support me when I'm for the same thing that they want. They are expected to leave me anytime. Constituents are not for me, but for what I'm for. Not about me, but about what they can get from me. Koyama comrades. That's number 3. Comrades, they are not for me, but they are not for what I'm for. But they are just against what I'm against. Tisuka patakuya politics. Anyone who is against ZANU-PF tractor in that test, anyone who is against tractor in that test, ndoma comrades. Tinongoenda pane mandu yedu ndo patinoenda tobatana against the common enemy. So you've got people like those. They are just against what you're against the same enemy. They are only associated with you to fight a common cause. Then they will be gone. You won't see them ever again. So I've inspected and reflected my friends, and I know who my confidants are, who my constituents are, and who my comrades are, and that's okay. So this is a blog that I wrote, and I just remembered when Tenders was speaking. So choose your battles. Get to find out who are your confidants. Pano patinoshare techitozoti tikushare, but chingomva chete ine vanhu vangu vandozoti ndotaura nandopindirana navo. There might not be many, but I know I'm blessed. I may have lost family, but I am blessed with 1 or 2 people, and I've got also my counselors who happen to be Christian counselors. How blessed is that? Policemen that are dealing with my issues. They are Christian police officers, detectives who are dealing with my issues, Christian detectives, and we've become friends. That's amazing. Just, speak up about your issues. Help will come. My justice issues are like social justice issues, like I'm saying some sensitive things here. Please, I'll always make a disclosure. Talk to somebody if some of the things that I share can feel uncomfortable and you haven't dealt with some of those abusive issues from your past. But what I'm saying is there is something beautiful about speaking up. My courts, nema judges, nema lawyers, nevanhu vanokutibatsira nema purisa avafe vakakubatsira unless you tell them what you're going through. Inini ndiri munhu yokuti I speak up. What Tentes was referring to about standing up for Black Lives Matters, for those who didn't know, I might as well share this here right now. A few weeks ago, is it like 2 weeks ago, something has been going on in New Zealand. In my daughter's school, it was one of the highest schools that get COVID-19 in New Zealand. It was our biggest cluster here. But not only for that, the principal was actually weaponizing racism. And she was kind of like against the Black Lives Matter. And she tore down, man. You probably saw that in the news. For the first time in my life, and this is not to scare people, to threaten anybody, I got up and I said, no, we can't have this in New Zealand. And I became the first Black woman to actually get up and say, I'm going to stand for what is right. I'm going to organize and arrange a protest in New Zealand, just to show that I matter, my daughter matters, everybody matters, all the people who matter when Black lives start to matter. You need to recognize that Black lives are in danger right now. If you can't recognize that, then you are a problem. Silence is violence. So for you all who are trying to silence me, silence other women, silence children who have been abused, you are being violent to us. All of you are insulting me and telling me to just keep quiet and do it in the background. No, I don't want to do it in the background because I know that what I share, what I've been through is going to help you and somebody else. So I'm uncomfortable because this is provoking, this is triggering some emotions from your past issues that you haven't dealt with. You know what? Come out of that shell. Now let's heal together. Let's heal together. Anditika, let's heal together. Musa silence everyone. If this platform can amount or Ketina is coming live pamvengeres or anywhere, you are not forced muspa malishe kunziterera Ketina. CIT zvatinoita zvinoenderana nesu. Somebody will get this. Somebody will be going out there saying, thank you, Jesus. Thank you for bringing Ketina into our lives. Thank you for bringing people like Tenders into places like this. Because there is something, there is a word for somebody. Hatina kuti tiri perfect, tati we are still healing. So let's just understand that we are there to strengthen one another. Hands iron sharpens iron. So let's sharpen one another. Let's sharpen one another.
Yeah, and Zorishi Ketina, what I really want to say is, I don't know Takatarati Munu Kanagambita Mwana, Achawana Muruma Anomuda Kadamkaza Nomuda Dian, Karamunagatara. Through my problems, even the situation you've been through, our fan of Nanoguda on Jan. I didn't on a would pan your apartment. Mitemu Meta was the father, Mitemu without control of Ano. Canada's father, Yamaze, do not teach Farao to come on. But the fake good evil was to get a woman wow. Apanachagaipa, Kanawajinga, Nabano Dazakanaga, Wachabuninga, Moviga, don't know there's all no issue with me. You know, because to be honest, the healing area. Probably we learn to go on the Mazimba, we don't understand the importance of mental health. Those are watching that through my depression moments or periods of times because they're holding on to the past and they have not been dealt with. So every time Pawano Pindam situation, a reminder, which Pawano additional reminders, I get Mashuri. For instance, Muskana Garebuka, they struggle to have bonding because obviously they have that, the whole sexual intercourse. So Neta, but she has to go through a lot of counseling, a lot of healing, and to find a man that can actually do that, it takes a long time. And as you feel, no, it's in there somewhere. And I genuinely say this, Mazimba. I hope kuti tinongoti sana tinobatsirana kuti tise tikunde ono dzimwe nzira dzatikurwisana nadzo. Ngatibatsirana. Ketina uyo is as good as your cousin. Yama yako wembosakuvana mukati mehama dzako kuti mune vangani vane ma-problems ari serious. Ekuti Ketina wepo watomfuna nono atone answer kubatsira problem yako iyo. But we were quick to judge her based on what she's going through, which is wrong. Honestly, I think tunofana kuva intelligence yekuziva kuti kwatinofarira kuti kwazvatinofarira panyika zvokuti tinobva nedzimwe nyika ka ivo vanofanira kuzobva muZimbabwe, but Zimbabwe yetu kuirasa nekuti tikurasana pachedu. Handiti tikurasana. So iwewe Ketina, keep going nenyaya yekutsvaga munhu wako namatire zvehama dzako kana vasingakude. Indinoti Ketina hama dzako vana vako zvinezvi kana hama dzako dzakakurasa dzakakuramba kana muchinetsana his siblings kana his parents or whichever way inini ndinoti Ketina I don't know the full story, so for me to comment on kuti ndinoti aiwo wakazogona kuti wakatadza I can't. But what I will say is generally zvingori nani munguva kuti ungoti aMwari alright ndini ndine problem ndakatadza chitibatsire ndigone zvamunoda ndigone utodzidzisa vanhu vakawanda ndavangori murungu iwewe alright ukatoona Oprah Winfrey chaiche nhasi ukanzienda ukana paOprah Winfrey show bye I'm telling you right now kuti unoona ma-followers yange vamwe vangoti what does I gona kuti unotora screenshot yema-comments esi panotozosakana vamwe vanhu vaikutuka variwo the first ones kunyorera Ketina we love you Ketina watigonera Ketina chichichichi because munhu wese ada chinhu chakanaka. Kune vanhu vandakaona vane hunhu hunenge hwenhunzi kuti vakana dhodhi nyowani vanomhanya dzinomhanya unomhara ipapo vakana ndove nyowani nhunzi hadzine dzakamhara ipapo richimbooma dhodhi iroro vanovatiza handikuzona because they're always searching and looking for something to jump on vanenge aoneka ike kuna nonzi monitoring spirits vamwe ari serious kuti vari kuona kuti uri kuitei life yako yapabva wataura zvekuti chii and all that. So protect your name. Wazinzwa mwana mai. Protect your name so that vana vako they will grow to know at least our mother, at least she did this, she did that. Wazinzwa. Vana baba vanenge vachikunyenga vakauya nenzira dzekuti iwe unongoona kuti hapana paka. Wazinzwa. Don't bother saying anything. Munhu murume anouya chikunyengewo anofanira kuzwisisa kuti wakatouya papublic, and it's not even an embarrassment that you've done that. Wazinzwa. Don't ever feel embarrassed. Aungagone zvese Ketina. Ina ndigone zvese. But pandinoona panoti panokubatsira Ketina, I will stand with you. And I've done that. Ini ndakarombotukwa nenjinzi tendezi anotuka vakadzi, tendezi anenge ane problem, tendezi ndikakuti alright ndomaonero ako munhu iyoyo angakupikisa. But in the end, those who genuinely understand where I'm coming from in the context of this conversation, there's no way ndifunga kuti panangadanza kuti ndotuka kana kuti handifarira vakadzi kana kuti ndotuka vakadzi. No. I will stand with you as a sister. I will stand with you as a mother. I will stand with you as a black woman. In personally, I will tell you this. There's no way I would have been here if it wasn't for my black mother. That black woman, she gave birth to me. And that's why I'm here. The knowledge and the wisdom that I carry today, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. Kuna vanhu vanotaura murume kuti if you want to know kuti murume uyu murume akati seanzi, look how he treats his mother or who raised him. Zvimwe zvinhu zvavanga common sense to 1 + 1 = 2 Ketina. Vanhu vambofa vavagona. Daika turi nyaya dziri nyaya dzelula panapa tikandati ungaone mafollowers adona.
I know.
But when it's to do with the healing, unoziva kuti Zimbabwe iwane prosperity chaichaiva. It's just Zimbabwe, we have to heal from some of the things. We have to learn to unlearn zvimwe zvinhu. But it's as good as kutowedzera paraffin paruvira moto. You will get you're only a grain of those women out there who are crying for healing. Varipo panapa vari kutochema kurohwa nevarume muZimbabwe. COVID up. We had a time yakambonetsa kuno UK kuno vakadzi vachicommita suicide, vakadzi vachirohwa, vakadzi vachiuraiwa. Ndaika ndakabata ana mumaoko so. Choti ko manesi ari kuuraiwa ari kurohwa kwaenda, because most of my family manesi. Saka unotozoona zita pekuti okay, and munhu. So really and truly, I think we need to be a little bit more serious and be more empathetic when we approach someone again through a situation that is serious like this.
Yeah.
So ameno kana une mbonzo ndikupa wamwe kamkana
I agree.
Ngatozoundurwa pano vatane kuundura pano.
Nah, tabvumirana kuti isusu tinofilter tine mafilters ekuti tinongoona only the good comments, tikaona ari negative ekuti ari kukanganisa vamwe vanhu ndo atinozoita comment on, but we don't, that's not going to change what we stand for. And it's not just about me. I believe that whatever influence I have to one person, whatever impact my story or the way that I would have say to encourage somebody, you kind of one person, I know that is going to spread to their family, and then it's going to influence their community, and I know that it's going to touch their city wherever you are, and I know that that person is gonna go and spread it to their nation wherever you are. I'm in New Zealand right now. What I'm doing here right now, Muswemande my board meetings and Black Lives Matter and everything. I know that the little that I do, it will be very significant to the little population here. Minority, we are one of the minority races here, Zimbabweans. So do something little, even the little that I'm sharing here. Can I be honest, be honest struggle with this. You don't have to tell me, you can tell somebody else. It doesn't have to be me, because believe me, but my hands are full with all these men. I'm joking. But even though I may not walk away with a man here, maybe God created this platform for me, but maybe at the end of the day, it's not the men that I'm actually walking away with. It's just me healing and sharing my story with people. And maybe also...
what you've done is this, guys. It's quite threatening to a lot of men. Your confidence zawaratiza izigezi zakanyanya zinovhundutsa vakawanda oziya tirika unge mazimbe kuti anzandi adavisa kangwara adavisa anoziva adavisa akapenga kukumuti ndiwo akapenga because confidence dzinonetsa wangu ndataura pafefe confidence dzinonetsa dzekumira pamberi pevanhu uchitaura so izvi haisi so really and truly ini nangu ndirangosiyandesa muna mato ndozoenda hangu kana unless une time yekutaura zvinhu zvakawanda I don't know kuti pana vada kufona here ndisikazoziva ndikuchikira vanhu. No, you can pray tenders, and you know what, if nobody calls in, we bring you back if we have to. I think it gives me, I'm actually on my the live from my laptop, so it can go on for 8 hours. Kana zvichiita timboita positivity panapa. So yeah, you can definitely say a prayer. Ini ndanda kuafirma something to you kutanzi, you know, vanhu vakawanda, they take the people saying not to cover cards. I know I used to joke like that platform, but I didn't mean to say unotuka zvisho. No, I know. The truth is, when you say the truth, if you stand for the truth, you're going to stand alone. I'm used to that. Okay, you can Google my name and you'll find if this is not the first time I've stood up for something. I'm known for speaking up against my church leaders, my false prophets, and all that. But when you say the truth, people take it as an insult because the truth will piss you off first before it sets you free. Bible noti, the truth will set you free, but the honest truth, just like they would rather manipulate their way around something. Get this and that and that. My abuses are because we get pissed. We are worried of pissing someone else if we tell the truth. We're worried about losing our relatives, our friends, and close people. But you should never compromise the truth and call it love. You should never trade in compromise for what you call Hansi love. If you love somebody, you tell them the truth. I learned this in my journey from the last few months since November last year. But they are there to walk with you. They will stand with you no matter what. Kuti chero chitaura chokwadi kuti inini kana ndakatanga kushandisa my effing words and this ndotaura kuti I'm not okay, I can't run, I can't do this. But you know what, there are people, and I have to say this, maZimbabweans, tenders, you probably know about this, kuti pane maZimbabweans akaenda kanomhanya marathons, which is what Ketina is, an ultra marathon runner, vakamhanya marathons ekuti my sister Ketina, I know you are down, you need to get up and I'm going to run and dedicate this race to you. That's the spirit. Spirit Zimbabweans. Just be honest so that people can actually say, and let's be willing to say, I can hear you, my sister, I can hear your cry. Unless you really start being so abusive and destructive, that's when I will block you, because I believe when a way of expressing their anger and their struggles. You know what, the anger is even higher and more, and you need more time to heal. So allow people to heal the way they know how. If they want to swear, let them do that. If they don't get any response, you know what, it stops. F you. The one I provoke and but something to learn from that is when someone is expressing themselves, if you don't know how to respond, sometimes just being silent and giving them a hug and an I love you is enough. That's why you see me spreading I love yous, I love yous, I love yous everywhere. I mean it. I love people. And you're going to get this Pamcha Terera radio station. I'm one of the presenters in that radio station starting on Monday. I'm going to be spreading nothing but love. Anyway, you can take over tenders and do what you want to do. It's absolutely the fact that Mazimba tine a long way to go. A very long way. Madira nita chiru zichebama maruzika. Leta izisa mochiru zicheduga. Taidana naso. Kozi rudo charo pa chedu pa katpeduga. Pano shota na uti tine fear. Tine pride. Tine kaku sazi katinabo. That's what we wese. But as a nation, we need to heal. Spiritual, we need healing. There's one who are really genuine people, but in silence because akateererenzwa musatye kutaura tsvagai vekutaura navo fonai mugone kutaura nevamwe vanhu masuicidal rates ari kuwanda nekuda kwekuti vanhu vari kufira mukati musakwarire mukati simudzai mafoni mufonedze mushamadza mumwe ndishamadzei pafacebook apo vamunotrusta vacho ungotaurawo naye ungomudza shamarika nawe yangu yakamira yakadai inini wacho
running out of battery. Yeah.
Inini wacho chaichai feel free to contact me handina zvakawanda kana kuti kudii unondiwana kana pa messenger unondiwana unondifollow kana pa Instagram. I'm an artist, I paint, I design, I do my talks iwaya zvamungoona zvandikuita ndo zvandoita ndo zvandiri so ndinodzidza ubva kwamuri. Whichever way you contact me I will respond. Because I have love for my Zimbabwean community, I have love for the African continent, I have love for our culture, our history, you know, the love for being a black man, the love of coming out of a black woman. So is enough for me to contribute back and to give back to the society. So yangungoza mnamato wangu kisangana mchezo nditaka mwanzo nditaka because then up one time nabona vuka I stand out phone up.
Okay, I'll ring him. I think I hope I've got his number here somewhere, but he can text me. Yeah, you go ahead. Do your thing.
All right. Ngada mate musitare nyibaba ndiri mwana kobana ndiri mwemtani tenzi makanaka Jehova. Babanda una matemzo ranas ndishikutenda ine uda kwe upenyu wamandipa. Tenzi ndiri pachirongwa chandikutsanangura nekutaura mazwi ekuvakana nekuvaka ndiri kudzidzawo vamakandira masikana mufananidzo wenyu baba ndinoda kutenda ukuru hwezwi renyu akutenda tsitsi dzenyu nenyasha dzenyu uyai Mwari mukumedzwa ranhasi ndichisa Ketina maoko menyu baba ndiye murambikadzi wamakadai mukamusikana mufananidzo wenyu Jehovha chaanochemera mukati meropa rake imunozviziva mudzidzerima dzakatyara pamberi peupenyu hwake baba ndinokumbira mudzure neruoko rwenyu rwerudyi baba sunungurai Ishe tenzi wangu pfungwa dzake asapfekwe nendangariro zvekumashure zvakaitika kana zvakaitwa zvakaipa ndinokumbira mumuchenutse mumuchenese imi Mwari nekuti tiri vanhu venyama tinotadza tinotadzirwa tinoremerwa nekuda kwerima panyika chiuyai baba ndakumbira Jehovha vhevikai ndiye mwana kasikana wamakada ndiyo mubereko yakaita kuti isu vana vakomana tigone kuva panyika. Handina mazwi akawanda, handina mazwi akawanda sechikumbiro kwamuri kumusoro kudenga. Munamato uyu wemunamato uchabatsira vakawanda vakateerera nevachateerera vagone kuvhura meso vaone kwavari kuenda, vavhure nzeve vagone kunzwa, asi vakuvhura hana dzavo vagone kunzwisisa. Uyai baba ndakumbira kwamuri Mwari ziso renyu ritivhenekere sevana veAfrica vana veZimbabwe. Vanotuka vatuke zvavo, vanotukisisa vatukisise zvavo, vanoshora vashoropodze zvavo. Mwari hatina masimba, tiri mukati menyika dzevaridzi, tiri pauranda, tiri paunhapwa, tiri kuchema Black Lives Matter Jehovha, asi pachedu sevana veAfrica vana veZimbabwe tiri kuurasana, tiri kuitana utsinye, tiri kutukana. Chiuyai Mwari ndokumbira ruoko rwenyu mutisanganise tive vana vemhuri imwe chete, mutibatsire tigone kuona kwatiri kuenda, nekuti pasi parwa nenyundo. Tatokura mazera atave Mwari, tigone kurarama upenyu tine tariro, nekuti pachakwegura tave chembere naharawa tichashaya kwekuenda, tichashaya chekubata, tichashaya chekuziva, nekuti Satani afamba. Kune vari kuromba pamusoro panyika nemazita edu, kune vari kuita utsinye nekuda kwamazita edu. Mwari chiuyai Jehovha, tiri vana vadiki stereki, zvasi zvatakatakudzwa zvinorema, zvinotiremera, chitibvisaiwo. Dzimba dziri kuchemerwa nevazhinji, kune vana vari mudzimba dzino vanasikana vari mudzimba vari kuchema nekuda kwemaabuse, kune vana vakomana vari mudzimba vari kuchema nekuda kwemaabuse. Uyai Jehovha ndinokunamatai, kune avo vari kutsvaga dzimba, mugovapa murimi Mwari, vagone kudanana mweya muzokwadi, vasanganisei pachokwadi, nekuti imimi ndimi yenyu Mwari ndo yakavepo pakutanga. Tiradze nerudo nezviito nemabasa edu, zvisawanikwe zviri zvekutaura nemuromo chete, asi tiwanikwe tiri vanhu vanotenda, tiri vanhu vanogamuchira dzidziso yamunotipa tsiku nesikati. Nyasha dzenyu Mwari ngadzitifukidze madekwanana. Tigonerei Mwari nakumbira zvangu Jehovha. Zviri kuitwa naKetina nebasa reutsi raari kuita, kuwanikwa achiwana confidence yekuuya pajekera achitaura naudzi kwaanobva nezvaakasangana nazvo Mwari zvibatsirewo avo vari mudzimba vari kushaya izwi rekutaura. She is a sister. Make her the pillar of sisterhood, Jehovah. Agona kutaurira nekumirira avo vakasungirirwa mukati medzimba dzavari kutadza kubuda, vakasungirirwa ichitenzi wangu mumasaga ekuremedzwa nehama neshamwari kana nevatorwa. Mwari kuda kwenyimbo zadziswe zuva ranhasi kudzamara asingagumi chiti haleluya, amen.
Amen. Amen. That's powerful. Oh, wow. So that is so powerful. And sorry, I can hear myself in the background, but what I just want to say to people is that this is a lifestyle for me, and someone actually bringing me back into one of the things that I was actually hoping and praying with. I wish this could happen one day. And I don't know if this has ever happened on this platform, because I believe in Venge, but I am so humbled and really feeling so grateful that this happened whilst I was live. Tauya Panone, a totally different issue, but look where we are now. And I'm praying now, and I'm praying and hoping that this is going to become one of the things that anyone who does a live, anyone who comes here to share anything, spread positivity. And whether you want to pray, that's one thing I do. That's why when I start my lives, I say, this is the day that the Lord has made. Let us all rejoice and be glad in it. That's just me affirming that everything that I am, that we have, it is because of Jesus. It is because of the faith that we have, because of this belief, because of the cross, because of his death and resurrection. And for everything that I do, and for all the guys who are listening, the guys that are on my top 5, there's one thing that I just feel like I need to say it right now. This is my lifestyle. And if you are not into praying, if you are not into like these things that I'm into, like of the gospel, and this could, you need to be a preacher or anything, but just really believing and knowing that without prayer we are nothing. And this is actually a teaching for other women. But often when people come for counseling to me, yes, I used to have married couples coming to me when I was still quite doing my ministry full time, and I don't waste time nevanu mu counseling session yema couples which vari kunetsana, because I know kuti kana kuri kuti muri kunamata mese you would understand each other. Makarorana muri kunamata mese here, you are pastors but muri kunetsana. Are you praying together? No. Saka, why are you going laying hands on other people in the church when you and your husband, you're not even doing that thing, So that was a powerful prayer. And yes, I agree, Yvonne. Beautiful. And please, when you do join my live sessions, wherever I am, whether Kuban pages, Kuban groups, just know that you can suggest prayer anytime. You can bring in prayer or your faith anytime, because the reason I do what I do is because of Jesus for me. And the reason I actually run, for those who have followed me over the years, you realize that my bibs are actually written Jesus Christ saved, or this. We are not there to convert each other. We are not there to try and impose our faith on people. But I do believe that it's time for us to actually declare that, just like the prayer I try to attend is, whom do we belong to? We are living in a world where evil is being condoned as good. So where do you stand? And what are we doing here when we are actually spreading hate and hurt to one another? And really stabbing them and insulting them. How is that helping? How is that helping us? How is that helping the person? How is that helping our nations? How is that helping everybody who's going to hear about what is going on? But that was a powerful prayer. I just have to say thank you so much, Tenders. That was beautiful. And oh man, I can't say enough.
The thing, Ketina, we're all craving to speak out loud. We're all craving for justice. We're all craving for peace. Yeah. We're all craving for healing. We're all craving for safety and security in so many different ways. That if anything, I wish everybody who was listening, everybody who's here right now, to genuinely be free. Just have the freedom to express how they feel. It doesn't matter if you're angry. It doesn't matter if you're bitter. you have to express yourself. You have to let that anger come out, because otherwise you're oppressing yourself by suppressing the anger. Let it out. You know, go when I'm grounded, but whatever you want to do, because it's for your own good. Don't let people rent free in your mind, because it's expensive. Okay? Don't let anyone rent free in your mind, because it's expensive. Whatever you think, or however you think, make sure it's good for you. It benefits you yourself. Box only one. But on average, chema zabo asayenda ndiwe. Amusala wachiga Maria Konsala wachiga stars and chingwa, whatever they you have left behind, they'll inherit. So make sure you leave a good legacy. Change your ways today. Inini ndakarodzidzwa ndokutaura ndakarodzidziswa kwawo nevakuru vandakasangana navo pamusoro painyika vakandidzidza kuti mupana iwewe dai ndikatoteererawo. Vana baba vakandidzidzisawo, vana mai vakandidzidzisawo, vakoma nevanin'ina nehanzvadzi dzakandidzidzisawo. Saka all I'm doing right now is spreading the same knowledge and wisdom yandakawanawo mukurarama kwandese kwandaita. Hakusi kuti ndoziva zvese kana kuti handigone zvese, but hanzi chawana idya nehama. Handizvi? Saka tiri kupananawo mashoko ekuti tibatsirane. Dai zvataurwa in Italian, maybe zvameka sense. Ingori language yanoshandisa irishona. Or dai zvataurwa nechiChina zvameka sense. Italian kana whichever way language you want. You can translate whatever I'm saying to any language. Maybe those are unzwisise. But the fact is, Zimbabweans, let's be proud of our nation and who we are. And let's help Ketina move forward and heal from what she's trying to heal from. And living. So, our Ketina, again, Budona.
Iripo.
Najigasaza ubora umarara ne.
Urujigasaza nego nai.
Najigasaza ne fish.
Ish, so such daro shamwa. Rosati susu saza litori special meal knock.
One. Setabo.
Iripo tenders. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Nokchaga, and then the other thing is we'll talk anyway. There's other topics that I'm gonna invite you to come back on. Iripo tenders. Thank you so much. All right. So that was Tenders, guys, and he never disappoints. That's right. Rati, he is always so on point. But we have so many of my brothers who are like that, I think, that I met through these social media platforms, and that's why I do what I do as well. Because for Zoti, you know, you can't untame us. You know. So Andy, tingoita zvinhu zvinovakana, you know, tichibatsirana. Okay. Call me on the other phone, please. All right. Let me just call this person here. Don't use my private number, please. Just use the one that's on the public. Private number yako. So actually, there's a story behind this. Ndagapa my personal number on the public profile platform, and then now I had to change my personal number now into the new number. All right, so now we've got somebody here. You all know this person. Angamboenda sina kufona. Ndungokupa 2 minutes nas.
Hello, Magadiko, Sister Ketina.
Ndeipi mkoma masimba muribo.
Ndiribo, ndangoti, first of all, thank you very much. Me show you. And also, thank you very much, kuna my other brother from another mother, Changes Arts. Mpano wangu. Thank you very much, ne prayer yako mningina. Ne messenger wa tipa panapa.
That was amazing.
I feel inspired. I feel reformed. I feel changed. So, renda kubvunza pa Bachelorette show yenyi. I remember Pekatanga, I was there. Then, nikuda kwa comment section. Example, masimbani mkazi, masimbani masukuwana. Ndakazotwa kicked out. So ndakazodzingwa zvakare kwaSisimeli. Ndinonzwa kufara ndichiona show yapa mbenge. Pano ndo pandoti pamusha pangu ndo pane vanhu vanondidawo. Saka ndaida kubvunzawo kuti sometimes kune vanhu vakaita senti tine maproblems. But ara kumataura anzi anonyepa. Ndo zvaari, but itori problem inofanira kusolvwa.
That's right.
Saka, I think someone like you, anogona kundibatsirawo kuti ndiwewo munhu anoitwa mhuri yake inofadza. Saka ndakuisawo zita rangu pachinyoreso pamadziro yekuti neniwo ndikuda kumboti I'm interested, ndipiwo second chance. Sending natenda yataura kuti the suicidal rate is very high. So makandinyima mukana iwowo ndozoita sei kuti airi ndakadzingwa hanzi kuda zvinhu zviri mature zviri plastic. Pano pambenge ndo last hope yangu. Saka makazondipisawo palist iyo ndoita sei, ndoenda kwachizhanji, ndoenda kupi. No manozobva masuicide wataurwa yaya muzochema Masimba apa anaita akaziva. Saka sisi Keti mungafara here kuti munhu ane ropa mumaoko make.
I'm doing a live monkey. Yeah, you check that. Yeah, keep talking. Sorry. Morning.
Handifuna kuti muri munhu wekuti angafara kunzi aita ropa mumaoko make vanyima Masimba mukaka.
Yeah, okay, keep going. That was my son. They just woke up. It's actually, what time is it? It's 9:38 here. Yeah.
Say hello from Uncle Simba, Australia.
Okay, yeah, I'll tell him when I come out. I'll just do this in the end of a time. But ndanshida kuti zvo mukoma Masimba nyamurutaura. I know you sound serious today, and that's actually true. It's something that I've observed as well. Kuti zvo pane vanhu vokuti tinozopesera takungoblockana, and I'm not talking about your case, but just kuti nekuti munhu achema nekuti munhu ataura zviri pamoyo pake nekuti munhu akuda kuhila, because vanhu vanoda zvinhu zviri superficial, and we are not here to do superficial. You know, I'm as real. What you see is what you get. So yeah, I am happy to give you that opportunity to actually, I don't know whether you are looking for like a day or not. Tell us what your issues really are. Are you willing to do that?
You know, it's always good to say the truth so that we can move together.
Yeah.
Right? I think you are someone. One thing I like about you, you are a fast learner. Wakataura a story akanditacha ndakazvifundisa shona ndega. How nice is that? That showed me you are a fast learner, right? And you're also someone that is willing to compromise when you shared your story. Wakapinda ma situation akakaoma, but you made some people to become the winners, right? Witago a loser. Some guys, they benefited on you and then they used you and they left you. Well, it's okay as long as they are happy. It's not different. So, Ketina, uri nyama ilipa market, right? Uri kubid wa ulipa auction, right? Pani ma vetting officers are kuona. Asi iwewe manje, you uli mwe uzudi yes or no. Ukatanga ni ungoti no mkoma Masimba. Ketina, zino konzirano zimasu. Ata wali minga unga ma suicide wacho waya.
Aisha mkoma Masimba, hang on. Trukutaura nyaya personal dzenyu rakamutaura nyaya uda kunyenga panapo, because you know you are off that one. You're not coming back. Takabvumirana kuti okay, that was a stitch and you're my brother and that's it. If that's what you came with, I'm gonna drop you now. Trukutaura nyaya yapa.
Ndiri kuti nini Ketina Zimbabwe dzese dzakatanga sekutamba sekuseka. Ndakasangana nawo amai wekuZimbabwe. Amai vane 6 days. But mukomana wangu akatinyenga tichitamba traditional dance kuchikoro. Takangonzita partners. Takatamba traditional dance. Nasi ndati murume wangu. Ndakati sekudaro ati ndati sekuseka kudaro. Ketina. Unogona kutanga iri skit. Vanhu vakatozororana.
Okay, I'm gonna. Can you pause, Mukoma Masimba? I'm gonna have to take control of this. I think Pamatanga Utaura. Actually, I thought you were talking about you've got some personal issues that you need to share. That's as far as it can go. So now I may have to drop you, and then we can talk behind the scenes.
No, Ketina, hauskundizwa zvakanaka.
Yeah.
Ndiri kuti nini? Ndiri umwewo vevarume arikutsvagawo.
Oh, right. Amusikutsvaga ini, auntie. You are not looking for me.
No, ndakuti ndiri kutsvaga. Kuna ari kutsvaga iri pano kana pana ari kutsvaga ndiri kutsvagawo.
Aiwa tata kuti muda kudzokera une yenye kuti Ketina ndewangu. No, please Kiti hasi wenyu.
Ipapo ndanguti ramangwana rizivikanwe. For now Kiti hasi wangu. Asi ramangwana harizivikanwe.
Oh my God. Okay, Tajinzo Mkoma Masimba, thank you so much. You are amazing. But yeah, definitely, I think I'm gonna take you seriously on what you are looking. So for those who had actually matched my brother Mkoma Masimba, isokoi, ninoira sokoi nini. So atidaro, atite master agadaro. And yes, we had actually kind of like organized to do what we did in the previous platform, and I apologize to people for that, including some of the guys who got hurt because they actually thought it was serious. Takakumira regero, we won't go back to that one, Mkoma Masimba. Please don't bring it up again. And I'm telling you this, don't bring that up again. Don't confuse people, please.
Never. You are the one in control. Shape your show now. Masimba is on the market.
Okay, Masimba is on the market for other people. He's my brother. So anyone who wants Mkoma Masimba, he's here. Tichava unza next time pa next ma panimenge pa ni ma bachelorettes, ni ma bachelors achificha. And how's that?
Muni nyoropa sister langu.
Nganyora, ndinotori ne pen Masimba. Mkoma Masimba. Basina mazino. Yeah, all right. Iri bom Mkoma Masimba. I'm gonna have to drop him. And don't remove them. All right, vane mazino.
Go deeper.
Yeah, to go deeper. So yeah, no, thank you so much, Mkoma Masimba. Thank you. We're gonna have our own show. We're gonna have our own show. I think at the moment, let's just keep the flow the way it's been because Tabakuma Bachura.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And my hand is up.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Iribo, I love you, Mkoma Masimba. Okay. You know that I got a soft spot for you. You've got the front seat reserved for you. Oh wow. This one here.
Yeah, otherwise, Singa Chimi Anufila Mbego Ketina. I'm new here. This is a new show, new things. Forget about the good Arabia. Let's start new things. I'm looking for someone.
All right. Iribo Mkoma Masimba. Phone yangu moyadzima, one of the platforms has gone off. So I'm only left with you guys here. We're playing Venge, which is the only place where I think I'm gonna have to share this live. All right. Thank you so much, Mkoma Masimba. I'm going to drop you now, and I think I may have to close this live now. My kids are awake. Antika, I love you, Mkoma. Drop I.
Thank you very much.
Iribo, thank you so much. Always good to have you. Anti ndiripo ere ndosana ndiri pana pa Bachelorette. Hamuna kunzwa kuva mafesa angu 5 auya achita anondida sezvandiri. That was amazing. That was amazing.
Masimba kutsvagawo. Ketina ni 5 mafesa ake. Masimba asatana chanacho. Saka 5-0. Masimba unodzora.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's right.
5-0.
And I was out here to give me a bora. Iri bomb Mkoma Masimba. Thank you for always bringing your little comment at the end.
Thank you very much. 5-0. Asiti unodzora. Kukwira gomo upoterera. Ndore pass.
Yeah, ndanyora. We'll go deeper next time. Iri bomb. Bye, Mkoma Masimba. All right, guys. I've just lost one of my platforms. It was funny up here a button. But I hope everything that we've done today has been helpful and encouraging to everybody. And I can't even see myself because camera yangu would disappear. But I know people can see me. That's why somozoti varikuona zvimawigi nechi. I have to see zvakadaro. So I am just gonna sign out now and just say God bless you guys. And attendance. On that note, I think I'll just leave it on that. To all those who don't know about the new pages, I'm sorry, Parnevariku Advocate page. They've just lost me there. I'll be careful with my gadgets next time. I'll make sure everything is charged. Come and check to see what the group is all about. It's a peaceful group. Let's heal together, but at the same time, we deserve second chances. The married ones, we know we know everything. You may learn a thing or two from us. You think you're married, but you are actually not married. You're not a happy marriage. No one's marriage. And we're going to talk about all that stuff. It's also we are preparing ourselves for our future. I may have come to this platform, but who knows, guys? I'm probably going to walk away with nothing, and I'm just doing all these guys' interviews maybe for some other lucky ladies out there. So I won't be taking any more calls now. I am just going to, let me see. Yeah, no, he's not answering. I am just going to sign out, and I'll be doing quite a few of these live videos just to try and encourage one another. I'm not saying I'm perfect, as you all can see. But with all these prayers, with all this speaking, with all all these things that we share here and away from this platform. This is not the only place I come to. And at the end of the day, I actually believe this is how we are shaping our own nation, Zimbabwe. So God bless you guys. I love you all so much. And I do hope that people go back to this video. 3 hours, 42 minutes. That's a long time to talk. To all my bachelors out there, the 5 of them, darling, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I love you so much. Thank you for taking your time to come and talk to me and to everyone else and just letting people know that you're still after KC, which is amazing. So God bless you guys. I'm going to sign out now, and I hope it does allow me to sign out somehow. And they told me.